Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Swimmer Sync 67. It is I, Mad Gamer II, and I am joined by the one and only Vapor.
Yo, welcome back everyone to IPL here with Swimmer Sync 67. As you said, let's start us off with a very mixed matchup here. Release the Trigger versus GG Wastn't.
It's going to be an exciting matchup. I am not very familiar with either of these teams, but it is the first round for tonight, so we're off to a great start.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what these teams have in mind, especially here on Rainmaker Sturgeon Shipyard. Many different opportunities and ways to push. You have that sponge area in the court that could bring you all the way to like 32 points, if I remember correctly on that.
Mm-hmm.
And you could even go for the jump on that left side push to bring you up to 36 points.
Yes, both the left push and the sponge are a good reward penalty type scenario. You get a lot of points, but it is much more easily defendable from the opposing team. However, if you do take that right side, while you do get a little bit less point value per, I guess, spot taken, but you do have a little bit more secure area to push up with. So we'll have to see which side each team opts to take, and it is a play-by-play decision depending on how many members of each team is up.
Definitely, for sure. Pushing the sponge is probably the most risky option to make a push, but it gives you so many points if you could just make it up there and able to clear things out. Like, you could basically go from a knockout from there.
Absolutely. We have seen quite some aggressive plays from Tetrajulies to Splat Rollers, getting up underneath that little ledge there near Sponge and just paving the way for that Rainmaker.
For sure. But you don't want to count out that right side push either. It is more of a slower and safer option, but don't count it out. It can always be very dangerous, especially if you get wiped. And let's just head into this game, though. I don't know about you, but I am ready for some Splatoon action.
Yes, I am pumped up, and we're starting off with two interesting comps, actually. A double Kensa Splash on the one side, and then a Charger Knot combo on the other. Very interesting indeed.
Yeah, on the side of Release the Trigger, not Charger, as you said, looks like they're going for more of a bit of an aggressive type of playstyle here, as one down on each side, and one of the members of GG wasn't coming back, going down to that 52. It's only the K-Shot left alive, or the Splash actually, delayed wipe here, and Release the Trigger already trying to push on this right side.
Yeah, they're going to be taking the safer option, as they are going to be respawning right in their faces right here. So taking this right side probably is the smarter option with their cards. But we do see that 52 that was leading the charge getting taken out, and they are now 2-man down. But still not a bad push to be getting off this match.
For sure. We see this Nautilus over here in this right pit painting up, just trying to stay alive. Close to that Inkjet as well, so we could see that come at any moment, but they decide to jump out and stay alive, almost at jet ready. Basically two specials online for Release the Trigger, and GG wasn't. Two specials of their own, looking for an opportunity to push on this upper left side once that Rainmaker resets.
Indeed. We do see one man on each side going down. That Knot being a key pick there with his very aggressive and yet medium-sized range here. Rainmaker's going to reset to the mid with a lot of yellow on this map. And we see that Bomb Rush getting popped to pop the Rainmaker and just getting some overall paint control as they're getting set up to push on this right side again. Honestly, it looks like the smarter play here. We do see that Charger set up on that left side, ready to stop any of that chokehold on that left side push.
We do see that Charger, as you did say, Charger finding a pick there, and Agent 8 getting picked off by these Dueling Squelchers as well. Storm ready for GG wasn't, and with the one member down on the side of Release the Trigger, they're going to try to find a few more picks here and build up a rally to open up the push.
Yes, indeed. We do see two specials online for the defending team. They are just holding their own right now. They have still have the lead here with the GG wasn't able to get a push in just yet, but we do see that Nautilus going down once again, and they are picking up that Rainmaker, taking up that left side. Gonna be just a few more points, and 1 point from the lead. That excellent Ray here. 3 members going down, 2 to the Ray. All they need is that 1 point, and they are able to get this lead.
Good call by that Splash player on the side of GT. Wasn't. They knew they weren't going to be able to do much, so they had the option of to pull back and try to hold mid as much as they can, or just keep up the pressure like they did and try to go for that lead, which in a very slow game like we're seeing right now isn't a bad situation. And Agent 8 just going all in, getting triple teamed right there. But with the Rainmaker on that top right area, it's going to be really hard for GG Wasn't to get back up there, luckily stopping them at 1 point until lead switch.
Absolutely. Going into a 1v3, while not typically the smartest move, it was an excellent distraction, allowing them to get it into close and almost getting that lead back. With only a point remaining, they have an option to once again push up, as you said before, but it looks like they are not able to do that. They're going to just let it reset for the time being.
The K-Shot is able to get a trade on the Nautilus. Booyah Bomb out for release the trigger right now, and with 2 more specials ready, they can open up a push at any time right now. Junior just throwing bombs over on that left side, keeping the map control as much as they can, working as a team, trying to find a few picks as they attempt to move up. 1 member goes down on the side of GG Wasn't, make that 2, and with this 1 player in the corner deciding to jump out, this is the time to push for release the trigger.
Absolutely, we are down to the last minute of the match, so it's going to be do or die here. While they are still a very close lead because of the nature of Rainmaker, they have to really push it up to that spot once again, but unfortunately do go 3 down with 30 seconds remaining. This might be the GG for the match if they're not able to pick it up again.
But every 30 seconds that go down can be a game-changing. 3 members down on the side of release the trigger, and with the few members of them coming back from spawn, it isn't over. GG Wasn't did pick up the Rainmaker. If they go down, we will go into overtime. 0 just trying to stay alive right now in this bottom area. Does get picked off. That is 3 down on the side of GG Wasn't. Splash, last one underneath with that bomb rush. Able to get 1 with the bomb rush, and it's a 1v1 here. Getting another. That is going to close it out. No jump-ins from the Nautilus. That's game for GG Wasn't.
That was such a clutch victory right at the end. Completely outnumbered, but yet able to use that bomb rush to take out 2 members in that close quarters area, as well as take control of the Rainmaker. Very well played by both teams. It was such a close match right up until the end. But the GG Wasn't going to be taking this first match.
Yeah. They did have a little bit of a slower start early on, but they came back. They were able to build up. They figured out how the members of Release the Trigger played a bit, worked together as a team, and with a lot of map control that they had with their comp, they were able to open up an opportunity.
Indeed, they played some smart plays there, and so they played the long game and able to get that 1 good push in to steal that lead. Next up, we're going to be going into Clam Blitz on Piranha Pit. This is going to be a fun map to watch. We have a very open map and a lot of flat area.
Yeah, a lot of flat area, you can say. Again, we did see a Charger player from Release the Trigger earlier, so bringing that back out, staying right, isn't bad either. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a CJ.
Indeed, both options are going to be super helpful because of the openness and the long range of the weapon. And as you mentioned, the Stingray is just going to be super deadly with his wide open and flat map.
For sure, and if we do see the Bomb Rush come out from the Charger instead of the Stingray, that isn't bad either. Map control is definitely something they struggled on a little bit during that game, and once they got control, they were able to hold it decently well.
Indeed, and can't knock the splash ball either. I am going to be curious to see whether they decide to stick with that shooter comp. We have the double K shot as well as the dualies and the Splash-O-Matic. This would lend to, since it is another aggressive mode, this would lend to the more mobile comp of the quad shooter.
For sure. And speaking of mobile weapons, dualies wouldn't be a bad option either. You have CDS has some good storm options. But anyway, I think it's about time we get into this game. So let's get into it here.
Indeed. Once again, I'm going into Clam Blitz on Piranha Pit. Let's see what our first comp is. Ooh, we still have pretty similar comp. We do see one of the weapons getting swapped out for the Splash-O-Matic on the side of Release the Trigger. But the double K-Shot getting swapped for the double Gray End Zap. There's going to be double armor coming out from GG Wasn't, as well as a vanilla Jet Squelcher. Very interesting pick.
Yeah, but with what it looks like they want to go for, it works out. Missile option, double armor. They could play very defensive while still having the aggressive options. But you can't be aggressive if you're last one alive. And GG went 3 down very quickly.
Yes, that was quite unfortunate. This is going to allow Release the Trigger to not only get an insane amount of map control, but now they have control of all the clams that are starting to spawn in as well. Already up to 17 clams. They have enough for a power clam. They just need to pool the resources and then start popping specials as we see this Inkjet is doing.
Yep. Trying to get a pick with the Inkjet, unable to do so. Passing clams over, looking to build a power. And they do build the power. Raise out. They have used all of their specials for Release the Trigger right now. But they're unable to get anywhere.
Yeah, the double Ansep and the Jet were doing a good job of using their bombs and their extra range to just keep them zoned out, and just enough time for them to build up the specials of their own to counteract and just keep them from getting into the basket area. GG Wasn't has the power clam of their own, and they are slowly pushing their way out, but it is heavily in favor of Release the Trigger as far as clam economy. And
with that splash going down, that power clam will drop. This K-52 is trying to find another pick if possible, but this map control is slowly drifting in favor of GG Wasn't right now. The Charger opting to jump out and in place taking that Junior right under the basket. Booyah Bomb out, suction bombs, armor being thrown to Junior, unable to get a trade. 2 down on the side, Release the Trigger. First points in for GG Wasn't, and just like that, basically a really good push to start.
Yeah, this was quite the flip, having gone 3 down and very early in the match and basically pushed back into spawn. They were able to hold out, not allow Release the Trigger to get any push going in the first half of the match, and now they're able to get 50 points on the board and have a pretty sizable lead going into the second half.
We didn't really talk about it much in the pregame, but if you could get right under that basket, like right behind the box there, you could basically lock out on this map, and it can snowball very easily. Fortunately for Release the Trigger, they were able to find the picks they needed to break out of any possible lockout before it even started, but GG Wasn't is still in a very good control right now.
Indeed, there's a lot of yellow on this map, and we do see one member of Release the Trigger, the Nautilus, going down, and a Booyah is getting popped in response to the bomb rush here, and it's just a back and forth poking each other as they're trying to get a foothold.
One member down on each side. Nautilus finding the pick onto that Jet Squelcher as well. 3 down on the side of GG Wasn't, and Release the Trigger. They got 3 down, and they are trying to find a way to build up momentum. 3 specials online. They can come out at any moment. Jet Squelcher down on the side of GG Wasn't. Armor up. Inkjet out. Stingray can come out here at any moment. And with the power clam ready, going in for some points, Release the Trigger is ready to throw these clams in.
Yeah, they have the map coverage and the specials ready. They just need to get the points or the clams together, and they're so close to lead here with only 3 clams needed to take that lead, and they're just 1 clam off. But we have 3 members. Oh wow!
Oh,
2 members going down.
The Nautilus was able to find 1, able to find 3 actually, leaving that Junior last one right under the basket there, and Splash is able to come in to support. But this lockout situation isn't going well for GG Wasn't. They're starting to break back in. but this push might not be over as the splash goes down and the power clan dies.
That interaction was huge. With only a few seconds left before that basket closed, that Nautilus was not only able to take down 3 members, but keep that basket open long enough for their team who was respawning to get in and keep that push going. We are now down to 23 points left in their basket, and that is a huge lead to have in the last 30 seconds here.
But we did say this is a very snowball heavy map. Booyah Bomb is out. One wipe could be the game. And release the trigger. Popping that jet, pop that armor. If they can find a few picks here, it can definitely be game in favor of release the trigger right now. And GG wasn't. Building up that power clam. Agent 8 unable to win a 1v1 there. 3 up on each side. Stingray is out. Release the trigger, trying to close it out right here, right now. But from the side, Zap able to find a few more clams. And getting triple teamed right there, going down. And release the trigger, just needs to watch the front side, and basket's going to close. Running away here, we are heading to a game 3.
Indeed, that was very well executed. Such a excellent comeback here. And while GG wasn't tried to take it back in the end, unfortunately they are just too staggered to go up against the coordinated and locked in defense of Release the Trigger, who had specials online ready to defend that basket. Nonetheless, well done to both teams. That was very back and forth and close to the very end. And as you said, we are into a game 3, 1 point each.
Yeah, and we are heading on to Reef Zones as well. Zones being one of the most favored modes in the community, and Reef being one of the most neutral stages in the community. Number one thing, though, is to have bridge control. Once you have bridge control, you control basically both trees on the sides.
Absolutely. Because of that architecture of that bridge, having a dynamo or an explosion is super dangerous, or get super helpful if you're on the same team with them. But in any case, yes, keeping control of that bridge is going to be crucial in order to have control of the zones. I think that the Charger might stick around. We've seen them for the past 2 matches. Having some sort of backline will be very helpful because it is zones. It is certainly one of my favorite map mode combinations, having played Splatling quite a bit on the Reef.
Yeah, former Splatling main myself, current Explosion main. Personally, I enjoy this stage, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Charger come back out once more. I think Asia is a Charger 1 trick. I am not completely sure about that, but if we do see a Charger come back out, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Firefin.
Indeed, that bomb rush is going to be super helpful. We do have a dual zones, but nonetheless they are very close together, and having that extra paint will be very helpful in the long run.
For sure.
Now we did see that Jet Squelcher coming out on the side of GG Wasn't, I believe, who had the quad shooter for both of these matches. So far have very aggressive and very mobile comps. I'm curious to see what they're going to do for a zones mode. I wouldn't be surprised if they did bring back out the vanilla Jet Squelcher, as having those missiles and that poison mist will be super helpful for zoning out.
Yeah, missiles, honestly, a really good option here, as it always really is. You could relocate your enemy, you can do multiple different things with missiles, armor. What else do you want? We do see the Firefin come right back out, V-Jet once more, and double zap once again. Indeed,
we're going with the same comp as last time for the side of GG Wasn't. And then we have the Junior make a return on the side of Release the Trigger, as well as a Keisha, I believe. Yes. We do see Release the Trigger having an early control of the zones here, and one member going down for the side of GG Wasn't.
This Charger already on top, set up, ready to go. Missiles came out for GG Wasn't, and just trying to displace. They are able to take the zone back, but with 2 specials online for release to trigger, they are popping both of them to at least neutralize and try to cap the zone right back. But watch the flank. Agent 8 is able to find 1, able to find 2. And with this zone flipping back in favor of release to trigger, they are holding mid control right now and just keeping the pressure up. Missiles out, fired towards the side of GG Wasn't.
Yes, having that K-shot on their tree area here is gonna. It was super difficult for them to be able to push back into their own zone. By having neutralized that K-shot, they now are able to do a flank of their own and taking out that the Charger and the Junior for that matter, and now having a solid control of zone and mid.
With that zone being flipped in favor of GG Wasn't. Bombs being chucked out, but with that K-52 going down, this might be harder to stop an incoming push from release to trigger. Armor up, missiles did come out here, and with Inkjet ready as well for release to trigger, this can definitely be a hard push to stop. 2 members of GG Wasn't going down, and this Jet Squelcher is getting pincered in on zone.
Yeah, that was quite unfortunate. Although they were able to bring their point value down below 50, they do have quite a bit of penalty on top of that added on. Whereas Release to Trigger now has 0 penalty remaining and are quickly gaining ground on that lead. Nautilus just defending the left zone here, or contesting the shooter. The junior does go down as GG Wasn't pops their armor and is now 2-on-1 taking down that Nautilus, and they're gonna have a clean. Oh no, that Charger taking down the Jet Squelcher ends up trying to hold on to zone here, but that Charger is really putting on the pressure as that K-shot is respawning and taking on the duel, and they're gonna take control of zone right back, and that's gonna be lead.
Yeah, and GG didn't apply any penalty points onto release to trigger either. So we are going into the last 30 count on the clock. And with that Charger going down, this could be an opportunity for GG Wasn't to push in here. Agent 8 locking down this left tree area. Zone will be neutralized here for a moment, but with that Zap going down, it's going to be hard to hold this zone and get the cap.
Yeah, with 2 members down, it is going to flip back to GG Wasn't, putting on a sizable penalty for release to trigger. However, taking their point value down to 10, they have a pretty good lead as we go into the last 2 minutes of this match.
Ooh, nice shots by that Jet Squelcher, finding the Nautilus as well. And that's going to stagger out release to trigger here a little bit. Missiles out. And the penalty has expired for GG Wasn't. So they are getting some points here on the board. And zone will be neutralized here for a moment. GG Wasn't continuing to hold on to this zone. Release the trigger, just popping that Inkjet, just trying to find a way to get a cap and penalty points applied onto GG Wasn't right now.
Yes, that Jet Squelcher was doing an excellent job of locking down the right corner, not allowing them to drop down and take control of that tree. And we do see 2 members of GG Wasn't going down, with very close to getting that lead here, but unfortunately they are going to be applying a penalty as it is flipped over down to the last minute of the match.
Booyah bomb popped for GG Wasn't. Going in for the neutral. Zap going down. Both Zaps going down. Release the trigger. Holding this zone with their life right now, heading into the last 30 seconds of this match. Still in favor of release the trigger for the zone. And with the members of GG Wasn't coming in from spawn, they need to find specials and find picks as fast as they possibly can. Zone being neutralized here momentarily.
Yeah, the K-shot was just doing a good job of utilizing the geography of the map. It was just using that lift to protect itself as it held onto the zone. As we are in the last 30 seconds, LDE is active, so going to be a lot of paint recovery and paint saver in use. So it's going to be a lot of bombs coming out for any who have equipped it. Speaking of bombs, we do have that bomb rush coming out as they do try to flip the zone back as we are in overtime, but they go 2 members down for the side of release to trigger. And GG Wasn't is still in control of the zone, although they still have a bit of penalty to get through.
Yeah, that's going to be a staggered wipe as well on the side of release to trigger, but it isn't over yet. You have 1 more push for release to trigger. Gotta find the neutral, but with that 1 player going down, it might be it. Heading into these last few counts left on the clock, Zone being neutralized. 2 down on the side of release the trigger. Make that 3. That is basically a wipe. And GG wasn't running away with game 3 here in overtime, taking the set win.
That was... Wow, that was amazing. Bringing back the game in overtime. Literally 2 seconds remaining when they flipped that zone. That was very well executed. Well done, GG Wasn't.
GG Wasn't just kept that paint on the zone and didn't let go. And that's all they really had to do there at the end. Just hold the zone, don't let go, and they can win the game just like that when they work together as a team.
Indeed. Although it was a hard fight, each team was very evenly matched. GG Wasn't is going to be taking this first round. We are going to go into a short break as we get ready for the next round, so don't go nowhere.
Welcome back, everyone, to Swim or Sink number 67. This is Vapor here on the mic with I'm Mad, ready to bring you guys in for an epic round 2 battle between Black Magic and Happy Children's Day.
Indeed, there's going to be an exciting mashup. Some very familiar faces, it looks like. We're going to be having quite the contestant here. Tell us what you know of these two teams.
Black Magic, in this most recent Ludi season a few months ago, I am pretty sure they were the runner-ups for Division 4, where Happy Children's Day is a pickup between the Triton Splatoon roster plus Bandit, who used to be on Fantasy, if I remember correctly. So this is going to be pretty interesting. We know QB for the Blobber, Mofugami pretty good on that CDS as well, and Bandit for their Charger play. I'm excited to see what happens here on Tower Control Manta Maria.
Indeed, we have two very stacked teams. There's going to be some very what's the word? There's gonna be a lot of action, a lot of fun happening here.
Yeah. Very much action-packed, I think is the word you're looking for.
Indeed.
Yeah, like, Mofugami, very good on those dualies, and Zap play as well. Can flex off to different shooters and dually classes. QB, Blobber, Splatling, name a backline, they could probably use it. Golden Ball plays for Triggerfish Zone Supremacy and can flex a lot. I could say that for sure as his teammate. But let's end into this game, I'm at.
Indeed, we're going to be seeing that Blobber, as you mentioned before, and no Charger. It's going to be a quad shooter on the side of Happy Children's Day with the Stingray Squelcher coming out for their backline. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it will be for sure. This K-Gout and another member of Black Magic opening up on this right side, getting shot at and rushed down by this Splash-O-Matic. Oh my goodness, staying alive.
We already see two members of Black Magic going down, and this 52 is going to be jumping out just to survive. Happy Children's Day on that first checkpoint here, and they're already pushing up on that left side, just completely locking them out and doing an excellent job at just protecting the checkpoint as they move on to number 2.
Bandit was able to find the pick there, and that Splash was able to find a 2-for-1 trade there. Bandit did end up going down to the opposing K-Shot, but QB is just right by this tower, keeping up the pressure with the Splash right above it on the bunker.
Ooh, we do see two members going down, I believe, to that suction bomb there, and that's going to be 3 members down for the side of Happy Children's Day, and that may be the end of their push right here.
With that delayed wipe, it will definitely be the end of the push, but this K-Gal is looking for some blood here, going into the opponent's bunker, popping Booyah Bomb, just staying alive for now, but the Splash overextending a little bit too much there, ends up getting picked off. But with this first checkpoint starting to go in favor of Black Magic, Bandit was able to find one of the members onto them and trying to open up a defensive stop here.
We are down to 1 point from that lead here. They are on that second checkpoint, but unfortunately, this is going to be the gauntlet as they try to get through the second checkpoint. Unfortunately, not able to push it just past that point, and they are going to be going. No, they're going to take down Happy Children's Day. 3 members down. They might have just enough what they need to get this lead.
That will be a lead switch, definitely. K-Shot getting picked off. Checkpoint almost dropping, but is still there. What a stop by Happy Children's Day. Just not dropping that checkpoint yet. Keeping it up. And these dually sculptures finding a pick onto that Seajet as well. This could be a very good opening push for Happy Children's Day once they find this wipe and get set up.
Absolutely. That second checkpoint is one of the most difficult on this map because it's such a close quarters area. It's basically a trench that the defending team can just rain fire and bombs down from above. Yeah, it's going to be super difficult. Once they get past that second checkpoint, though, it is going to be some clear sailing until that third.
For sure. You gotta watch that right side, though, as this Jet Sculpture and Zap are just trying to stay alive, getting picked off both members. And just like that, 3 down on the side of Black Magic, and the 4th one going down to a bomb from Bandit. And second checkpoint dropped. Bandit pushing up, finding another pick. The Blobber is just right there on the tower. And look at all this aggression by Happy Children's Day right now. Golden Ball finding another pick and going for another. That's going to be a full wipe on the side of Black Magic. And oh my goodness, pushing it all the way to a KO.
That was indeed very aggressive, getting all the way up into their base and just staggering them out, not allowing them to take control of the tower, which allowed them to ride all the way to the final checkpoint and get that KO. First match going for the favor of Happy Children's Day.
And I did say those dually sculptures would be crazy dangerous, and they definitely were, as we saw during that game.
Indeed, indeed. Just the amount of mobility and the just the attack power of Happy Children's Day was just overwhelming, and just able to snowball the tower all the way through. Next up for our next match, I believe we are going to Rainmaker on Snapper Canal. Is another staple map mode combination.
We definitely are heading over to Rainmaker on Snapper Canal. It seems like we do have a substitution coming in as well, so it'll be exciting to see what the new player from Black Magic is going to be.
Indeed, indeed. As we did see that I think it was the custom jet sculpture coming out in that last match. I think we can definitely expect a custom sculpture in this match as well for both the map and just the fact that it is Rainmaker.
Yeah, for sure. Rainmaker is going to be very fast paced, and for the side of Happy Children's Day, I expect to see the Blobber come back out as well. Splash might come back as well. Dually Sculptures might come back as well. Like, you don't even know what to expect from these teams right now.
Indeed, so many options and so many weapons that these players are able to play. We do see a mini coming out. Interesting pick. And we have a sculpture on both sides, one vanilla and one custom.
I mean, the mini isn't a bad choice either. Happy Children's Day did end up going for that pop. And look at Golden Ball already pushing up, not dying to a bomb, and just keeping up this pressure for Happy Children's Day.
Indeed, 2 members of Black Magic are already going down. Yes, Black Magic going down. So they're going to be Happy Children's Day is going to be taking this Rainmaker up this left side here. The mini is going to be going down as well. This NZAP doing a lot of work, just painting ahead and putting on the pressure, allowing the Rainmaker to push up.
Jesus! Golden Ball popping off right now, finally getting taken down by Black Magic, and QB on this Rainmaker just trying to stay alive, go for as many points as they possibly can before getting shut down by that Stingray plus mini Splatling combination. And Black Magic just trying to find a place to get any momentum right now.
Indeed. I think as we're starting to see with a lot of these Rainmaker maps, you have the high point value route, and then you have the more safer routes. Going up the left side here, we do have a more sturdy position, a much safer route, but you don't see as many points getting taken here. As we see, we're already only down to 53 points so far, and they have not really pushed it up that far.
Mini Splatling trying to cut off an early push from from Happy Children's Day, and with 2 members down, make that another going down, a full wipe, delayed wipe actually onto them. Black Magic just needs to find a way to get this map control, build up their specials, and try to find an opportunity to make any type of push.
Indeed, opting to let the Rainmaker reset here. They're just getting that map control that they need to be pushing back in, but they do have their K-shot going down, and so they, oh no, it's going to be the Squelcher going down for the side of Happy Children's Day, and Black Magic is doing their best to push up with that mini leading the way.
For sure, Rainmaker was grabbed, but Golden Ball there trying to stop it early, missiles out. With 3 members down on the side of Happy Children's Day, make that a full wipe. This is going to be a lead change and huge points for Black Magic right now. They're able to find one, able to find both, but what a push all the way down to 11, and it might not even be over yet.
Absolutely excellent work capitalizing on that wipe there, able to get it up to 11, and honestly, pretty much touching the podium there is going to be very difficult for Happy Children's Day to bring this back. With 2 minutes left, though, I would not be surprised if they were able to pull this off.
Yeah, we have seen all this aggression from Happy Children's Day, and they could even push it even further if they wanted to. Bomb rush ready, armor ready. Here comes the armor. Rainmaker was grabbed, and with this zap already climbing up to that top area, getting called out quickly and picked off. This is going to be a hard time to push up for Happy Children's Day if they don't find someone to get up on by that pedestal.
Indeed, with 2 members, almost 3 down, they're going to have a tough time of maintaining this push. And unfortunately, they lose the Rainmaker to Black Magic, and although they were able to take it out almost immediately, and so now Rainmaker's just chilling in mid with 2 members of Black Magic already down again.
And Golden Ball finding 2 more picks, 11 KA in this game currently. And pushing up mid right now, Bandit going up into that snipe area with the Rainmaker, minute left on the clock, 2 down on the side of Happy Children's Day, and make that 3 Movugami getting picked off by the opposing K-shot. Just like that though, this push has stopped for now, but can Happy Children's Day just keep up this current pressure that they had on that push?
Indeed, taking out that right side there was a very risk-reward push. If they were able to maintain it and able to push it up with their needs, they might have been able to take it back, but unfortunately they were several man down and were just not able to sustain it. 30 seconds remaining, and they still have yet to even come close to getting this lead back.
Bomb rush ready. QB was able to find one, going down to the opposing Jet Squelcher. Stingray online. This game can end at any moment with this Stingray right here, right now. Finding the pick onto the Rainmaker. They need to get this pop and the grab quickly, but they are unable to do so. Black Magic bringing this to a game 3.
Wow, they almost brought it back right at the end there, but unfortunately the GG raises and not today, not today. We are going to be going into it game 3, and while it is play all 3, we're still in the Swiss, so every match will count towards the end. But we are 1 match each. This is exciting. This is the 2nd time so far.
Yeah, very exciting to say the least. Clambless Humpback Pump Track next. I'm honestly iffy about the Doolies pick here, though, for Happy Children's Day.
And in contrast, the Blob Blobber's going to have a field day, just been able to get all these unusual terrain to bounce blobs off.
So it does seem like we do have another sub out here for Black Magic, using their full roster to their potential right now. And seeing and back to weapon comps, seeing the dualies here might not be bad once they get if they could get around the right elbow, but otherwise it's going to be hard for them to push in unless the Blobber is right there able to get some picks for them.
Indeed. And if they do choose to keep the Jet Squelcher of either variant, they are going to have a hard time, because that is going to be another weapon that outranges them. And as you said, taking that right side there is a bit of a stretch where there is no cover, and so having that extra range is going to be difficult to fight against. For this map, taking control of bunker is going to be very crucial for whatever weapon, as it is a right underneath that basket and is a staging point for both defense and offense.
It really much is. Like, you need to hold control of that top mid area, and if you can lock that down, you should be pretty good with the clan economy. At that point, it's basically, alright, can you get into your opponent's left bunker area? Are you able to get on top on their plat area, try to clear that out under basket? Like, try to get a little bit of spawn camping type thing even would work out. Let's head into this game though. Humpback Pump Track, Clam Blitz, 5 minutes on that clock. Let's get going. Tri-Slosher coming out, and the CDS coming right back for Happy Children's Day.
Indeed, and we do have a swap to the vanilla Tri-Slosher for Bandit here, and then a vanilla Splat Roller for Latte. This is an interesting pick indeed. Two very aggressive and short-range weapons. Honestly, this map very much caters to that with the trenches and all the curvatures in the middle here. Jet Squelcher trying to stay alive, taking out the Tri-Slosher, but they go down themselves. However, they're going to be 3 down for the Happy Children's Day with the last member just backing up to that left side.
Yeah, and in this elbow area is where Doolies can thrive at the most in the stage, so they just need to sit there and not die. But Latte coming in, finding one member, those Doolies trying to get pincered by Black Magic, but somehow just escaping right now.
Just going super aggro, just all over the place, moving from left to right, just trying to get as many picks as they can, taking one member down with a splashdown, but unfortunately does go down to the Dooley Squelchers.
The Doolies are in mid trying to help out their teammate, trying not to die to this opposing Jet Squelcher as well, using that jump tech to their advantage, and Bandit coming in, finding that cleanup with one player, Black Magic, jumping out, and oh my goodness, Roller came out of nowhere finding a pick on Bandit.
Absolute sneak attack from the Roller there. Although we haven't seen too much push from either side, it's just been a back and forth battle for mid. While both teams have a moderate amount of clams, they haven't been able to do much with it, and we're already 2 minutes deep into the match.
And with the Splash just sitting here mid, trying to find pick after pick, building up those bomb rushes as well, and the bomb rush is going to be really crucial, especially finding that Roller, which came out of almost nowhere, finding a pick onto the Splash of Happy Children's Day. And with 2 down, this looks like a push here for Black Magic, scoring in a few points early on. Golden Ball getting picked off. Everyone from Happy Children's Day is coming from Respawn right now, and Ozuna already up onto the plat.
Already wow, 33 points remaining for the side of Black Magic. They have a substantial lead here, and we do see 3 members of them going down, but 2 members also for Happy Children's Day, so they have not quite the man advantage that they would like, as Black Magic is going to be respawning here.
Bomb rush out for Happy Children's Day. Golden Ball just chilling right under this plat, trying to find the members of Black Magic, but getting taken out. 2 down on the side of Happy Children's Day, and Black Magic building up this mid control. Ozuna finding the pick onto Bandit on the Tri-Slosher as well, just sitting on this right elbow area, and with points coming in, Power Clam going in as well. The Roller right under the plat. That's 3 down. It's only Golden Ball there, and Golden Ball is just trying to stay alive with Ozuna in mid. The Roller just holding the members of Happy Children's Day out of spawn, and like that is still a huge push for Black Magic, but it isn't over until the clock hits 0.
That was such a both effective and dangerous spot for the Roller to be, and just absolutely holding the enemy team hostage and just not allowing them to drop whatsoever, allowing their team to put it into the remaining clams. They are down to 8 remaining. That is a huge lead. It's going to be a tough time for Happy Children's Day to bring this back.
It definitely will be hard to bring it back, but they just need to find a way to get up on the plat if possible. The Roller almost finding a pick, but getting taken out themselves. And if they can find another pick, they could easily make a push here. The Doolies getting taken out as well. The Blob unable to find the trade. 2 down on the side of Happy Children's Day. Make that 3, leaving that Splash, last one alive, holding the Power Clam. And with all the members of Happy Children's Day just running out of spawn, trying to support each other, they just keep getting picked after picked after picked. And Black Magic doesn't even have to score here. Just build up that clan economy, and they can hold the mid.
Indeed. Happy Tuesday is unfortunately very staggered at the moment, but we do see 2 members of Black Magic going down, allowing them to have a man advantage and able to get back into mid. But unfortunately, they don't have quite the amount of clams they need in order to bring this lead back, although they are slowly building that clan economy back up. We will be going into overtime here, but we see 1 member of each side going down, and that is going to be the Power Clan dropped in a very bad spot for them to be able to pick it up, but they are able to hold on to it and just barely not able to get it into it. Ooh, that's going to be a full wipe.
Yeah, full wipe onto Happy Children's Day. Golden Ball did try going on that right side flank around Black Magic, but was a little bit too slow. Black Magic was able to take everyone else on the side of Happy Children's Day out, so they're going to run away with this win here in round 2.
Indeed. GG's to both teams. It was a little bit of a slow start, very back and forth, but then once that ball got rolling, it just completely went out of control, and they got such a huge lead right at the beginning. A lot of work put in by that roller and the other members of the team. Yeah, just very well done, very well done.
Yeah, and those dualies didn't do much to help out Happy Children's Day. Like, they just kept getting stuck on the walls, and when they were stuck in an open area, the roller was either right above them when they were entrenched, or they weren't really able to help support their teammates much.
Indeed, it is a unusual terrain for a shooter. That roller definitely flourished, able to get in some pretty cheeky angles and just really come in out of nowhere to have a surprise attack. That is going to be our 3rd match, though. Black Magic taking the set, and we're going to go into a short break before our next round.
Welcome back, everyone. After a quick break, we are all rested up, all watered up, all ready to go. Ready for our next match here between Anarchy and Demon Hunters. This is Vapor with IMAD, ready to get going in our round 3.
Absolutely, we are all geared up and ready to go. I am not too familiar with these teams. Anything you can tell us about them?
Well... Oh. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Wrong graphic. We have the right teams. That was just the wrong teams showing. It is J Croutons versus Hey Guys, actually, not Anarchy and Demon Hunters. So this is still going to be a really good set after all. J Croutons having a pretty filled roster. They've been grinding up the ranks through low ink, and Hey Guys has a few good members, Angstrom and Clouds, from what I recognize.
Indeed, it's going to be another exciting matchup. We're just having the time of our lives tonight. It's pretty stacked teams all around.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, Aang is a Nautilus player, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, I think it is, but let's get going right into our first game here. Splat Zone's on Macamart. We all know and love the stage to the best of our capabilities. After all, we see it so much. Nautilus coming out from the side of Hey Guys, and J Croutons coming out with the casual triple shooter Dynamo comp.
Ooh, that is an interesting comp indeed. We do have a roller on both sides, the Dynamo on the side of Croutons, and then Hey Guys sporting that Blingza. One member of each side going down. Hey Guys in control of the map for now, but have some excellent map control.
J Croutons trying to make a push in here with Bomb Rush and Armor going in for the cap. They do find the cap, but go 2 down very quickly. Pig Attack getting picked off as well. Full wipe on the side of J Croutons. And Hey Guys just chilling in mid, taking a drip pick with Connor here, it looks like. Angstrom on this H-Jet, trying to find a few picks out of spawn as well.
There's absolute confidence from the side of Hey Guys here, already down to the 50-point mark, and we're only a minute into the match. They're doing an excellent job of maintaining both the map control and the zone. However, we do see that Fling's going down, and 3 members of Hey Guys already down. That's a full wipe. Croutons now pushing back in to take control themselves, and they have free reign of their base.
Yeah, Pig Attack is here ready to go, but doesn't have much help. Popping those missiles, keep that pressure up. If that Dynamo could get set up there, that would be absolutely amazing for them right now. K-Shot finding a pick onto the opposing Nautilus, and they are finding a lockout situation right here. Just holding this top area. Pig Attack will drop back, make sure the zone is secured. They do find that lead, and with the Inkjet ready for Hey Guys, getting popped out very quickly, zone being neutralized, and Pig Attack is still here, finding a trade before going down.
Indeed, Hey Guys are just able to get that zone back, although they lost the lead. 3 members of Croutons are down, so it's going to be up to Hey Guys to regain that map control once again. This Nautilus over here just holding on to this stack, doing an excellent job of defending it, taking out the K-Shot here, and then putting a lot of pressure on this roller here.
Yeah, this Nautilus is just locking down this right stack right now. And with armor out for J Croutons, Booyah coming out as well. That should be a zone cap, and they do get the cap. Hey Guys do take a 1-point lead though, and take out 2 members of J Croutons very quickly.
Indeed, while they did lose the zone, it doesn't look like they're going to be losing it for long. Hey Guys taking control once again and going on to eat through their penalty. They have that 1 point lead there, but they do go 2 members down, so this might be a quick flip back in the opposite direction.
Zone neutralized right now, 3v3 situation on the field. We have just about 1:40 left into this game. Missiles come out from Hey Guys, so does Armor, with 1 down, 2 down on the side of J Croutons, and the Junior down on the side of Hey Guys. Zone will flip back into Hey Guys' favor. The zap on J Croutons will jump out. J Croutons looking to reset right now as 3 specials are online for Hey Guys.
So far, this has been very interesting. While we do have a 1 point difference, just the zone has been flipping back and forth so much, neither team has been able to eat through the penalty. That being said, Hey Guys bringing it down to 20, no penalty remaining, and they are still in control of the zone as they take down 3 members of Croutons. We are down to the last 10 points. This might be a knockout here as we observe another drip pick.
Hey Guys, we're taking the drip pick out here. Well, yeah, drip picks. We all love drip picks during tournament, as well on stream. Hey, can be kind of sus if you lose it from there out, but they are able to hold onto it this time, taking game 1 here on Zones of Mecca.
Indeed. It can be a bit risky. If they're confident enough, it could come back to bite you, but they were able to pull it off. Next up, we have Tower Control on Starfish main stage. It's going to be a fun match to observe. I think for Tower Control, there's quite a few points of entry where the enemy team can just get up into your base, and it's going to be put a pretty effective lockout should they get the right footing in.
Yeah, and for the stage, Nautilus is just strong. Splatling in general is just strong. Double Splatling comps on the stage might not be bad, and especially with seeing that Nautilus in that last game, Inkjet over Snipe, Inkjet over that upper left area window can be extremely crucial for taking both checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, and if you could get set up there, checkpoint 3 even.
Absolutely, that Nautilus is going to be a force to be reckoned with, and they're definitely going to watch out for it. With the range and the mobility that it has, put on some Inkjet on top of that, it can get pretty much anywhere on this map.
It really much can. Like, what else is there to say about that? Missiles always good, armor always good, Booyah always good, and even Stingray is a good option. Bubbles either, as we do see a Squeezer come out here, Custom Blaster coming out on the side of Hey Guys, and with an Inkjet on both sides, 2 jets for Hey Guys. This is going to be a very close game.
Indeed. We see both teams just taking it slow, poking in mid. Missiles are already out, and we're going to see the first inkling of a lead here coming out from the side of Hey Guys as they push the tower up to that first checkpoint. 2 members of Croutons are down, so they're going to have White and open access to get it through this first checkpoint. Inkjet is popped, putting on a lot of pressure on that snipe area.
Yeah, and just talking about that Inkjet pressure over Snipe, they did use both jets very quickly, so they don't have anything for checkpoint 2 here other than armor, which was popped early, missiles out as well. So they're going to try to go for the second checkpoint fast, but Blaster going down, but 2 down on the side of J Croutons, so... And getting through the second checkpoint as well. J Crouton is not in a good position here, as they are getting staggered out right now.
Absolutely, the snowball has already been rolled and it is going fast. Going through that third checkpoint already. This might be a straight knockout within 1 push. Barely a minute and a half into the match. Hey Guys, taking it for the win.
This is a play all 3 set after all, though, and J Croutons just try to find a game off these guys if you can. It isn't over until the clock hits 0 and the set is done. You still have brackets after this too. Rainmaker Muscle Forge Fitness coming up next.
Absolutely. It is going to be, as you said, a play all three. So even if they're able to get this one match off, it will help them in the standings as they get closer to the top cut. Rainmaker on Muscle Forge. This is going to be a tiny map with a very volatile mode. This will be interesting to watch.
Yeah, you have that left side push and that right side push. Two options to bring that Rainmaker down to the pedestal. Left side is a bit more on that risky side, but Hey Guys has momentum going into this game here.
Indeed. It's gonna going on to that right side there. It is the safer play, and you can get more steady points. It is pretty much not recommended unless you can get a solid wipe to go up that ink rail, because it doesn't count for any points until you can touch the ground. It is a very risky play to make, especially since you have to get over that great forehand.
For sure, you basically get like a free 20 to 30 points if you can touch the upper area off that rail. So it'll definitely be very interesting to see what these teams want to do for their pushes. And that right side push is always the safer bet, even though you are going up a hill.
Absolutely. We're going to be getting into this third match here. Rainmaker on Muscle Forge Fitness.
Sploosh 7 coming out from J. Croutons, and on Hey Guys as well, actually. And multiple object shredders. What do you expect on Rainmaker? Both teams going for the pop and quick.
Whoa.
And make an early 3 down off the pop. Hey Guys rushing up already. Hammer online. Last players behind them. Everyone else from spawn. And look at that.
Wow.
Pushing it all the way to 1 in the first push of the game. And keeping it going. What an early knockout for Hey Guys.
Game, set, match. Barely 30 seconds in. That push in and of itself was impressive. I think the stop was equally as impressive. Unfortunately, they weren't able to completely stop the knockout, but GG's, holy moly, I was not expecting that.
After the past 2 games, it was like, alright, we see one person here. Okay, let's take him out. Let's take it slow. Move as a team, move with the momentum. And Hey Guys was just like, alright, let's take our momentum from last game and keep it going. They didn't let go of the gas.
Indeed, pedal to the metal all the way through. Like, this is a recurring thing. It is a small map for Rainmaker. Like, it can get pretty stalemate if you have solid control, but when you get into a situation like that where you're 3 members down, the points are going to be flying. Hey Guys, 3 matches for their round 3. I do believe we are going to be taking a short break before we move on to Top Cut. You won't want to miss this, so please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to Swimmer Sync 67. It is I, Mad Gamer the Second, and I'm joined by one and only Vapor. We have Grace won't let me have good names, and Vortex in our first match of Top Cut. It's going to be an exciting Top Cut indeed.
Yeah, for sure. And looking at these teams, R26, Luke, Sleepy, Nice O on the side of Grace. They are a pretty strong roster, to be honest.
Indeed, we've just had a stacked team after stacked team, and there's going to be no exception. And then on the side of Vortex, we have Slayer, exclamation point, Toasty, Only Unity, and Real RX.
I don't really recognize any of the members on the side of Vortex except for Toasty. They are usually a Charger and Jet Squelcher player, if I remember correctly. But let's head into our best of 5 set, starting off here on Clam Blitz, Humpback, Pump Track. What do you expect to see here, Imad?
Oof, it's going to be tough to see. We are back on the Humpback Pump Track, and if you are correct, I do believe Toasty is a Charger main. However, Pumpback might not be the best use of a Charger, so we may see a Jet Squelcher instead. As for the rest of the team, honestly, we could go see a large variety. I am not quite sure what to expect. I think we could definitely see some sort of missiles and armor coming out of the shooter variety, or not. Who is yet to know?
And we did definitely see this earlier with Happy Children's Day against Black Magic early on tonight. And one thing that we definitely saw there that could definitely transfer over into this set would be those sloshers. We saw how good Blobber could do and Tri-Slosher could do. Even though they didn't come up with the win that in that game, they still held off their own. And see what even happens here this time around with some new teams and some new faces.
Indeed, Sloshers is definitely going to be a strong pick, and we're going to be seeing what we have in store just in a moment. We do see the Tri-Slosher and the Squelcher, as well as I think there's a Squeezer as well, a pretty nice lineup. And then we have the Vanilla Dually Squelchers coming in on the other side, as long as with a Neo Sloshing Machine.
Yeah, that Neo Machine honestly may be a bit underrated. It has some point sensors. Can mark out your opponents, plus that Splat Bomb Rush. Bomb Rush, always a good option. Double Bomb Rush on the side of Grace. But Vortex going one down early on here. And only Unity trying to find one pick. They are able to find that pick and confirm the wipe for Vortex. And early on here, Vortex having mid control, having clams, getting an early score into this basket, finding a pick onto R.
Indeed, there's some very excellent placement of clams right there. They're able to just hold on to the bunker area and put in some more clams. Already bring it down below 50. An excellent start here, and already 3-member, another wipe. Vortex just going to town here, almost down to the knockout, 20 points remaining. That's just going to be a few clams left, but unfortunately they do go a member down, and they are running out of clams.
Basket will end up closing just before they're able to find a few more clams into it. And Luke, bomb rush ready, armor ready. Here comes that suction rush. Armor, missiles, another bomb rush online for Grace right now, and getting all those specials out, but they have no clams to capitalize right now.
Indeed, they have the map control and the pressure, but as you said, no clams as of yet to utilize this push here. That being said, we do see some clams spawning out, and they're slowly collecting them, already up to 20 clams. That's enough for 2 power clams, and they just need to pool the resources, and we do have a power clam in play.
Missiles out, but the machine ends up going down. The members of Grace probably won't be able to find any opportunity to open the push here. Suction rush comes out, but 2 of the members of Grace did end up going down. So Daiso with these dually squelchers holding the power clam, popping even more missiles, third one of the game.
Indeed, they're going to have to regroup here as they don't want to become staggered as their 2 members are down. Neo's Slush Machine going down once again, and the Dually Squad is really putting on the pressure, just being aggro on this right side here. Luke coming in, trying to make something happen. 2 Power Clams going in under the basket. Scratch that, 1 Power Clam going in under the basket with another one getting dropped, and then getting picked up by another member. However, that will be 3 members down for the side of Grace, and only 2 Power Clams able to make it in.
That was actually a full white and Splash coming in ready to fight. Vortex already with control, ready to go. Missiles out for Grace. And with that Zap going down, it's definitely going to be harder to push up, but it can't be hard if you find 2 of the other members opening the basket themselves. 3 down on the side of Vortex. And Grace ready to apply all of these clams in 11 in their favor.
Just fresh out of spawn, already getting another push in. 2 clams away from that lead, and they do take that lead as they go 4 down. 1 point difference as we get into this final minute. Vortex coming in strong, getting the paint coverage they need to retaliate.
For sure. 2 specials online for Vortex, but this is a hefty penalty for them to get through. 41 points of penalty. They need to get both of these power clams in, plus another additional clam. Armor online, they pop the armor, but the Jet Sculpture ends up going down. 3 down on the side of Vortex, leaving the K-Shot, last one alive, getting picked off as well. Luke cleaning up there. No clams in favor of Grace right now, but they don't need clams with 40 seconds left on the clock. They just need to hold defense and keep Vortex from having any of the clam economy.
Yes, that was an excellent play by the side of Grace. Picks that they needed to really close out this mid area, stalling out Vortex, not allowing them to get the clams or footing they need. However, they do have a cheeky jump in from the left side here, but it's going to be shut down rather quickly as they camp that jump there. 2 power clams are on that left side there. 3 members of Grace are down. This might be the opportunity they need, but they're going to have to grab that power clam quickly before it despawns.
Oh no!
Just
the
barely
despawns, and they're unable to make another. Vortex getting robbed by that power clam despawning. Grace, fortunately for them, coming up with this win. Wow.
That was deeply unfortunate. Wow. Yeah, I really right on top of it as it just disappears in front of them. So unfortunate.
Very much was. But that was a really good game. The Jet Sculpture was just a tad bit slow, but the Dually Sculptures on the side of Grace were able to hold them off just long enough for the power clams to despawn.
Indeed, it was such a close match, only a 1 point difference. Grace taking this first match, but we may see a quick turnaround going into our second match. Zones on Piranha Pit, best of 5 round.
For sure, Grace did take game 1, but so's Piranha Pit. Definitely favors your longer range type of weapons. I wouldn't be surprised to see that Jet Sculpture come out once again. And an X-Blosher even might not be a bad option, as it allows so much paint from so far away onto the zone.
Indeed, Jet Squelchers and X-Blosher are definitely both a strong pick. I would agree, having a longer range weapon would be pretty handy for such an open map as it is. And having a lot of paint is also going to be handy for the zones. We saw a double bomb rush in that last set. I think it would be not too surprising to see that double bomb rush come back. While the Neo Sloshing Machine isn't have a lot of paint on its own, having that extra bomb rush might come in handy.
For sure. Let's get into this game, though. We are all ready to go. Squeezer Jet Sculpture coming right back out. No backline on the side of Grace, but they do switch up to a little bit more paint with that Soda Slosher, having a burst bomb rush to their advantage.
Indeed, having a nice bomb rush and the splat bomb on top of that is going to be super handy. They have the double bomb with the Junior. Still keeping that vanilla dually sponsors to keep the missiles. Very interesting. We do see two members of Grace going down. one member of Vortex down as well, and they're going to be holding control of zone.
The K-52 just rushed out onto the zone, tried to stay alive right now. They're popping out that billion bomb. Finding one member of Vortex is just sitting there. They get the cap, 2 down on Vortex, only Squelchers down on the side of Grace. And just staggering the members of Vortex right now is what they are doing, holding the zone with their life.
This 52 here doing an excellent job. Getting set up in this right side here is a crucial point to hold, as it is the main access way for the defending team to come out of spawn. If they're able to regain control of that left area, they have a safe spot for them to regroup and push into the left zone there. Keeping control of that, as the offensive team will just stall them out longer and allow you to get more points on that zone. 3 members of Vortex are down though, and so Grace Grace in control of the zone still. Vortex trying to get back in, but Grace is going 3 members down. They're going to succeed in that.
Vortex did take the zone right back, ready to try to get a lockout right now. And R26 coming around the backside, just try to keep positions over here and keep the members of Vortex back away. Missiles out. Grace looking for a push right back into this zone, neutralizing for a moment, finding the pick on the K-shot. 2 members down on the side of Vortex before they drop one of their members, being the K-Gal.
Indeed, they're going to be sawing out this zone here. It's going to be 1 zone for each. Oh, 2 members of Grace going down, unfortunately. And it might be a flip back for, yes, Vortex is going to be taking control of the zone once again. Their intercept does go down, but they are slowly eating away at their penalty, almost through that 20 penalty mark. The Squeezer versus the Squelcher, but we do see the bucket coming in to just finish off the kill, and 2 members of Vortex are down, not quite able to get through that penalty, and Grace is going to be retaking the zone.
Last member of Vortex did end up to jump right out, have that armor ready, and they are ready for another push when their other teammates get back into battle and ready to go.
Indeed, armor is up, bubbles are up, armor gets popped, and they're going to be contesting this booyah. The booyah gets absolutely shredded. No booyahs today, no sir. And this last member is going to try to jump out, but to no avail. Vortex is really going in aggressive and taking out the members to get a solid footing and getting a whole lot of paint out.
Vortex just keeping up this pressure right now. Squeezer getting rushed down, finding a pick onto the Dually Sculptures. 2v2 situation here on the field. Booyah Bomb coming out for the side of Grace. Zone being capped. No lead for Vortex just yet, but finding a pick onto that Soda Slosher before going down. Luke pairing up with their teammate Sleepy, finding a few more picks onto the side of Vortex, getting the cap right back into their favor. And just like that, Grace is not in a bad situation, armor ready for the incoming push from Vortex.
Absolutely, excellent teamwork there, pairing up, just systematically taking down the members of Vortex, able to maintain control of zone as we get into this last minute. However, that 52 finally does go down, and they are going to be very close, and Vortex will retake this zone. 2 members, 3 down to 2. It's a 1v2 situation. The bucket going up against, trade. That was such a good trade by the 52 here.
Yeah, the 52 was able to catch upon that pick. Booyah Bomb ready for the side of Grace right now. Dually Sculptures going down though. Booyah Bomb onto that zone. But from behind, Luke almost getting caught off guard by a few of those bubbles from the Squeezer. They did cap the zone though, and they just have to hold onto one of these and not let Vortex cap it. They do get that cap. Vortex unable to cap the zone. 3, 2, 1, and that is going to be game 2 in favor of Grace.
That was such a good play right at the end there. They were able to get Vortex 3-man down, basically rendering them unable to retake that zone. And so Grace just held on by the skin of their teeth, not letting that zone get out of their control for very long. They just did excellent teamwork, just excellent control of the zone. Moving on to match 3, we have tower control on Sturgeon Shipyard.
Sturgeon Shipyard tower control, 2 checkpoints, but getting past that first checkpoint is always going to be an uphill battle. That second checkpoint is going to be a very crucial one to get by from either team with aggression. Finding a way to get on top of that wall, even onto that opposing snipe as well, might not be bad for the team on offense just to lock down areas.
Absolutely. While Booyah Bomb, an excellent choice for tower control. I think with the layout of this map, having a Stingray on hand might not be such a bad idea as well, as it is also very strong for tower control.
For sure, and you say that very well. Like, having a Stingray ready for the checkpoints, even just lock down an area, force people off that tower. They will be ready to go whenever they want to make a stop on tower, or even make a push. Try to clear out an area with that Stingray to allow your teammates to get up in front of the tower and just there, not let the opponents get to it.
It puts on so much aggressive pressure, even on the offensive side, just because of the layout of this map. There's several key points that for the defense to hold on to in order to stop those checkpoints, and having a Stingray just pretty much eliminates that opposition, getting places that they normally wouldn't be able to approach on their own.
Here we go. Let's head into game number 3 here. Match point for Grace right now. Vortex sticking with that tried and true double missile comp and switching over to that V-Slosher for the side of Grace. Early on 3v3 situation here on the field. Toasty not in the best situation, just trying to stay alive right now.
And we see 2 members of Vortex do go down. Toasty here just going to back up and get some more missiles up. Grace already getting that first checkpoint underway. We do have a 2 checkpoint map, so this is basically half their checkpoints already down with this first one. Vortex going another member down, 2v2 situation, and Grace is still riding this tower.
Toasty finding a straight pick with that stray shot as well. Another jumping out. They do stop the checkpoint before the members of Grace get any points onto that second checkpoint. But Vortex already back here in mid, and Grace is already on defense.
This is quite the turnaround. Vortex doing an excellent job at just taking back control of the mid area. While there is a 31-point lead, because there is only the 2 checkpoints, it is not that terrible of a lead to get back. As we do see 2 members of Grace going down, Vortex is already 2 members closer to getting that checkpoint.
Members of Vortex on this tower, 2v2 situation on the field. Checkpoint almost being capped. It will be passed by Vortex, and there's no checkpoints in the way for the lead. They just have to touch that second checkpoint and get by it just a tiny bit to be able to take it. But Luke dropping, finding one member, almost finding another. Tower will go to 1 point before that lead. And with a 3v3, make that 2 down on the side of Grace. This push might not be over yet.
Vortex is still going, trying to just push it the last few points they need to get that lead here. But Grace is just keeping that defense strong, not allowing them to get those points of that leverage that they need. Sleepy here just taking control of that mid, going back and forth, putting on the bomb pressure, and just keeping that paint going.
All of these bombs by the side of Grace just going to that tower, making it hard for Vortex to push up 1 member down, and they try to keep up that pressure. 3 down on the side of Grace, make that a full wipe. This could definitely be a lead change here, as is only the Jet Squelcher from Vortex left alive. And Sleepy coming in, they stop the tower with 1 point, but not enough, as Vortex do take that lead, going 3 down, and the last one getting picked off trying to jump out as well.
A 1-point lead once again. although it was a bit of a kamikaze mission, all jumping in trying to keep control of that tower, they were able to hold on to it just enough to get that 1 point that they needed. Grace, while it still has a chance here, though, we have a minute left in the half in the match, and it's still pretty much the exact same spot that Vortex had when they got their own lead. 2 members of Vortex are already down, and Booyah is active.
Oh no, the K-Shot tries to go for a flank but falls off. This is definitely going to be a lead change here unless Vortex has something to say about it now. And lead does go for a switch over. It's only the K-Shot left alive, finding one member. Can they find the other? No, they can't. Luke getting right back on that tower. Booyah Bomb out. This is going to be a checkpoint drop right here as 2 members down on the side of Grace. The last one did go in the jump in and just trying to stay alive, gets picked off. But that is a huge checkpoint for Grace right now as Vortex needs to find momentum coming into these last few seconds.
Absolutely putting on a constant pressure there. Both teams absolutely staggered, but they were able to maintain that pressure, winning the fights that they needed to keep control of the tower and getting not only the checkpoint but a solid lead at that. 30 seconds remaining. Vortex is really going to have to pull something out in order to get this lead back.
And Grace doesn't have to touch the tower either. They could just let it sit in mid, so they force Vortex to come to them. 10 seconds left on the clock. They have to make a move now or never. Nice. Finding 1 pick. Finding 2 before going down, but that's going to be enough to hold off Vortex. Grace stealing this lead at the very end, getting a 3-0 victory here in top 8.
GG's to both teams, living life on the edge. It was such a back and forth match all the way. While Grace will be taking this set in the top cut, 3-0. It was still anyone's game. It was not a runaway match by any means.
It really wasn't. Like, not runaway at all. It was, okay, here's one good push, here's another good push by the other team, and they just held each other off. It was, alright, let's get a wipe, push it large.
Absolutely, absolutely. Unfortunately, I do believe that is going to be it for this round. We will have a short break before we go to our next round. That it will be the end of our commentating, but we do want to mention we do have staff applications open, I believe.
Yeah, I am pretty sure if we do have staff applications open, they will be posted in chat here in a few moments, if not already. But I think we're going to end it off here for us, IMAD. Where can the lovely viewers go find you at?
You can find me on both Twitch and Twitter at IMADGamerII. Where could the good people find you?
You guys can find me over on Twitch and Twitter at V4P0R_SPL. Thank you guys for coming by Swim or Sink number 67. This is Vapor and IMAD here at IPL. Stay tuned for top 4 coming up in a few moments.
Hello and welcome back to Swim or Sink 67. I am Brush. Joined me on the mic is Red. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm so excited for the games coming up soon. As much as anyone else here, especially on the stream. How about yourself, Brush? What's going on for the night?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I mean, we've watched some really fantastic sets so far. We're moving into Campfire versus Any Askers. Campfire, as I hope most of us watching know from SOS previous streams, a long-time Great White contender, and I think at this point maybe multi-time winner, though, a big second-place meme for them. And Any Askers, some names you might recognize. I know we chatted briefly about Baja Blast, but a pickup that so far has a chance of making their way to the grand finals.
Sounds so exciting. I can't wait to see what they got. Any Askers or even Campfire. So, when talking about Campfire, what have they done in the previous tournaments? Have they exceeded really well? Have they improved so far?
Yeah, I mean, they've been around as long as I can remember in commentating SOS. And I remember long-time rivalries with teams like Tuki. But moving in here to Splatzone's The Reef, for them, I feel like this is routine for them. It's once they hit the grand finals that maybe the nerves might hit, but even then, such a normal position for them to be in now. This round 2, going into Great White here. Splatzone's The Reef coming up next. Do you have any thoughts?
So far, this mode is like really well, but it's very tricky, especially the 2 different zones in. And it looks like we have a lot of different painting power starting up right now.
Absolutely. Campfire, that Blobobber, I'm not quite sure off the top of my head if that's a pick they're used to, but going up against those Tetra pick from Baja Blast, an interesting matchup there, kind of some distraction power versus some pressure, and that's exactly what we're going to see here. The Blob sitting on that snipe area is going to be able to put some pressure on Enjoy My Rate, but that's going to go down. Dumpy Rub now, a 4v3 situation in favor of Any Askers, and now a 4v2 as they convert that into a little bit of a push here. Missiles coming out early, and continuing, or starting, their first push here, 85 points on the clock.
Very well 2 coup picks right at the beginning of the map. And right now the Jet Sculpture just maintaining that focus point in mid. If that Jet just stays there and stays alive, that pretty much can shut out the other team.
Holmes here moving in, moving in, looking for an opportunity. They're going to get a splash down. They're going to stay alive, but there they go, going down. There you go. Any Askers able to continue, Campfire out of nowhere being able to cap that zone from behind. A 3v3 situation. Now a fight in this sneaky area. A 2v1 as Baja Blast is forced to move out, but still wanting to apply some pressure. That's what we're going to see, I think, from this entire set if these Tetras continue to come out. This poking and distraction. And that's exactly what we're going to see them do here again, moving up and trying to get some area control for their team.
Tetris right now is being like a great distraction, as you said. And unfortunately will go down, but let's see if Any Askers can keep up their lead so far. But it looks like Campfire is going in with their ink armor right now. And able to cap the zone, presumptually? Yeah, maybe?
Yeah, there you go. A dogfight in that double zone, as you mentioned early on here, and it's still not going to get capped. I mean, just not having the painting power. Bubbles finally coming out, trying to buy some space, and a bubble combo there is not going to find a pick. A 4v4 situation as Booyah is ready for Any Askers. And again, the zone is neutral. This double zone thing, Campfire is struggling to keep up with the paint. That zap and K-shot combo not doing enough as they go 3 down and turning that into a wipe for Any Askers as they now 15 penalty points remaining as they tick down into their 50 points to win this game.
What wonderful team companionship right there. Just able to like pick off each other, and the NZAP and the 52 playing off well from each other there. So far we have like the Tetras. No, it was actually the 52 camping right now, and the Tetras backing up the 52. Incredible pick.
Look at how they got behind their ace, able to convert that flank into a couple more picks, and now a 3-down situation. Any Askers, 30 points remaining, and Campfire without any specials coming off this respawn, looking for an opportunity as specials start getting charged for Any Askers. I mean, 15 ticks remaining. Campfire has to move quickly here if they want any opportunity to stay in this game, and that's what they've done now, being able to hold one of those zones. But the zap going down and 10 ticks remaining as the zone is recaptured. Any Askers, 5 ticks, 3v3 situation on the field. It's going to be a little bit of a fight here as a 2v4 happens in favor of Campfire, and finally the zone is capped for Campfire, holding on here as 2 minutes remain in the game. But 3 points to 82. Any Askers coming out strong in the beginning of the set.
Campfire right now really needs to push out anyone that's a struggle right now, as the 52 and the Tetras are giving them a hard time. And it looks like they're able to keep out a little bit. They just have to really focus on that push and the pressure right now. And unfortunately, 2 are going down for Campfire.
Yeah, I feel like I'm watching this Squeezer try to play more aggro than maybe they want to, and I'm not sure if that's a composition thing with the aggression from any Askers with that 52-gallon zap combo. Well, obviously the Tetras as a distraction, but I'm watching that foil Squeezer, end up farther up than I think they want to, and even now trying to play farther back. Enjoy my Ray with this V-Jet there, doing a nice job pressuring them as specials start coming online and they look to re-enter the zone.
We only have like a minute and 20 seconds left, but it looks like any Askers might be able to take the zone back, maybe a KO in the few upcoming seconds, and I was proven wrong. Campfire is coming in very slowly, but also aggressively.
Yeah, Campfire now with a minute left and no penalty points really remaining for them. They have an opportunity to take this game back as they start to stagger any Askers, but with specials now online, missiles coming out for any Askers, armor as well, they're looking to take back top mid and then the zone again, but the Tetras go down. That's going to be a huge help for Campfire here as they now have 40 ticks remaining for any chance of this win, but zone now, a dogfight there. Campfire coming down from that top area storm here, looking for any opportunity to hold the zone. 30 ticks remain for that lead and 30 seconds left on the clock. Armor's going to come online. That's going to allow them to continue staggering this zone, and with 30 seconds left here, zone has still not been able to cap by any Askers. Campfire is still in this game despite being 1 down.
Oh, it was so unfortunate. There's no penalty, and any Askers could have been... Excuse me, Campfire could have taken that lead in the head, but right now we have 50 seconds left. Can they make it? Can they take the lead back? Can they win this game?
Yeah, that hurts if you're Campfire, that zone getting capped and applying those 40 penalty points. Storm here doing a good job painting the zone, looking to just hold this cap so that way they can move into an overtime. Good bomb pressure there from any Askers is going to make that difficult as we see that first zone getting neutralized, but not quite there. Dumpy Rump doing a good job with that blah blah. They're looking for opportunities. Missiles though, forcing them back, and the zone is going to be unattended, and with a Booyah Bomb, and it looks like 3 any Askers at that zone. That's going to be the game. Any Askers coming out swinging.
What a great game to start off right now with us. That was honestly the most pressure from the Tetris 52 and even the NZAP. So much painting power compared to what the Squeezer and the Blob can push out.
Yeah, that Blobobber, though, with those 10 bomb rushes, I wonder if distracting themselves with the special there ended up to their disadvantage as they weren't able to apply the pressure that Blobobber does such a good job on top mid. That said, I mentioned earlier on Campfire. It's a position they've been in a million times, looking for moving to the grand finals and trying to take that first prize. But clearly, it is not with a little difficulty as any Askers here coming out with pressure.
But also really, really well support for the Blob there. And they could have taken that lead so much from any Askers. I can see Campfire coming back right now in TC Manta Maria as maybe they could have a Charger potentially if any of their players play Charger at all, or any other major backliner like the Nautilus, or even then like a Heavy. Somebody with a far range could take out any of the aggros. Yeah,
I mean, unfortunately, Enjoy My Ray, as the name suggests, despite playing a vanilla jet squelcher there in that last game, I assume we're going to see a custom jet here with that Stingray, and that's going to be a pain for Campfire to deal with, especially on such a long, narrow map. Tower control Manta Maria is not friendly for that range, and a Hydra is going to come out instead of that C-Jet, and Campfire opting to move for a little bit more aggression in their comp, dropping that bubble combo foil Squeezer in favor of a K-Pro, hopefully buying them a little bit more aggression with that Booyah and a little bit more killing power.
This Hydra here is going to need a lot of support from either the NZAP or even the 52 itself. But it looks like we're able to get maybe 1 or 2 picks in the beginning right here. But it looks like both teams are very, very cautious of each other, which is good in the beginning. Just to make sure no one dies.
Absolutely. The Hydra there playing on that far right side. You saw them drop down earlier for a little bit of aggression, but was able to back out in time and stay alive. But they're going to see 3 down in favor of any Askers. The Hydra cleaning up that last fight as the Blob comes off of respawn. This first checkpoint here is going to fall quite quickly as Campfire comes off of respawn. The question is, can they keep the pressure up? Armor is ready for them, but they don't have anything else to continue this push past the second checkpoint.
really loving the NZAP being right now in their court, as that is very vital to being pressurized and get past the choke point there. And it looks like the Hydra's able to push off anybody approaching them. And it looks like they're going to need a little bit more help on tower. Can any Askers push even forward more?
Yeah, Lit Blue doing a great job with that NZAP, staying alive on tower. And Baja Blast now moving up and going to find a nice pick on the NZAP. That leaves 20 ticks remaining as the third checkpoint falls. This is unprecedented for Manta Maria at such a high level. Bia coming out from behind, and they're going to go down to a splashdown. The Bia's going to find a nice pick on tower as finally their push comes to an end with 6 ticks remaining. But look how far up any Askers has pushed here. They're holding their spots. They're not giving Campfire room to breathe. And if they're lucky here, they're going to continue this push. The tower, yeah, look at this. Ace jumping down the tower. They're not even going to let it get past where that second checkpoint is.
Hydra right now being a very, very playable weapon right now, as it is very much a problem for them, for Campfire. And even just any of their players in general, they're able to get like 1 or 2 picks from just this choke point here. Capo being the only one left alive right now.
And they're going to find a nice pick to stall the tower, but not before going down themselves. Baja Blast now with the Tetra's able to grab on this tower and just push it a little bit farther, looking for some picks in mid. The 52L is going to go down. That's going to lose one of their specials. Baja Blast, though, unfortunately, getting called out by that bomb. Kelpfoam's able to move up here finally, after 2.5 minutes, the first push has ended, and Campfire once again is on the back foot in this set.
Campfire here has to really push again with even more aggression. They have to get at least maybe 2 or 3 team wipes to get back on the track and get past 3 different choke points. It is going to be an incredible match and very difficult here for Campfire.
Blast coming off respawn with the Tetras there, and Ace able to jump back here. That's going to start what we hope to see as a stagger if you're Campfire, but going 2 down to that Booyah Bomb and some special control in the top left area, any Askers is still in control of this game. Baja Blast doing a great job. I mean, we saw it in the last game, we're seeing it here again, just controlling area with these flanks.
Perfect flank by the Tetras right there. And it may be another pick or 2, maybe, but it's smart enough to back off a little bit and wait for the Hydra to come up on the tower. And hopefully get even more of a lead or just KO.
This push already starting for any Askers as the tower gets through that second checkpoint area. 2 down against their favor, but with this aggressive positioning, Baja Blast able to back up slowly and keep space. Though, Enjoy My Ray going down, that leaves a 3 down situation stagger as just the Tetras are alive mid, getting called out, going to go down. That's a delayed wipe in favor of Campfire. They finally have an opportunity to get this tower moving here as one hops on, but Dumpy Rum struggling to find any opportunity. He's going to pop that suction bomb launcher to allow his teammates to move up into the top left area, but still struggling to find a good spot is this Blobobber. Able to help with 1 pick there as a 4v3 starts, and this is the start of another stagger here, hopefully for Campfire, but Enjoy My Ray with such a nice position on that masked area is going to find a pick on the NZAP, and that was their tower riders. So now Dumpy Rump has to move up and take space. The second checkpoint is falling. They have an opportunity here. They have to keep up this momentum.
They have a bomb rush going off right now. Can they make it past that other checkpoint? And it looks like it's just a K-Pro for Campfire, and that's it. It was a small little team wipe. And Any Masters is going to probably come back and claim a lot of turf coverage now.
Look how far up any Askers is pushing. As you said, Ace here already in this bunker area. That's going to force specials from Campfire if they want to take back space in mid. And with 20 seconds left going up against Armor, Splashdown, and a Booyah Bomb, that Armor online now, it's going to be very difficult for them. Missiles are going to come online, but with the Zap going down there on the side of Campfire, life is difficult. A push from that left side Dumpy Rump with the Blobobber looking for any opportunity. Not going to quite find it as Ace is able to move back safely. Armor, the second Armor for any Askers, but that double Armor comp is ready as the K-Pro goes down. That's Genesis. And now just Enjoy My Ray alone on the left side. Baja Blast has to make a hero play, and they're going to find 2 entering this overtime, and out of nowhere, any Askers has clenched that game with a beautiful double.
What a wonderful, even, was it a double or was it a triple? Hey, it was too many numbers for the Tetra there. It was able to get them all.
Yeah, I mean, for a minute there, I thought the Tetras were making a hero play for Campfire, but no, I mean, with 3 there, I'd assume they would go straight down in that 2v1, but alas, I mean, beautiful gameplay from Baja Blast as we've seen through these last 2 games, and they've been that distraction has been enough for Campfire to be completely locked out of any chance to move back into mid. What do you think about Rainmaker Muscle Forge with that in mind?
Oh, it could either be 2 team wipes and a quick KO, or a very hard struggle going up between the ramp on the left or even on the ink rail on the right. And honestly, maybe Annie Askers is so aggressive that they want to go for the KO. Not sure which direction though. It possibly could be on the right if they're really, really want a good challenge.
Sure. Muscle Forge Fitness and that long ramp push, it feels so difficult. But when you clear that elbow, when you get around that corner, I mean, it's hold forward central. And I would even argue you can get more points quicker as long as you can get a little bit of control in that plat area. And so with the aggression we've seen, especially from Baja Blast, I'm going to keep saying it, that is totally an option. And they themselves can flank around that rail area and buy space for their team. Campfire really has to be watching out here if they want any chance moving forward. There you go. You're going to see Campfire coming out with that carbon roller from Genesis. I think that's a pick they're a little bit more comfortable with. That sharking power from the paint between Storm on that and on that Splash-O-Matic, and Kelphoams on that Zap is going to buy them an opportunity. But Enjoy My Ray finally coming out with the C-Jet, as their name would imply, and they're going to pop that Stingray nice and early, looking for a pick. Not going to find one quite yet, but with the Splash going down and another one jumping out and the Carbon Genesis down as well, that's an opportunity for any Askers to push forward quite quickly in this game. Only 30 seconds in, and they're starting their first push.
And just like I said in the very beginning, any Askers just being super aggressive and wanting to get a couple more picks. Tetra is overextending just a tiny bit, but the blob looks like it's coming in very, very quickly. About to get another pick. A small team wipe there on any Askers.
Right, small and staggered, but it's going to be enough for Campfire to grab this Rainmaker and start to push their own. The Zap now off of Respawn, looking for an opportunity as Dumpy Rump is able to just keep pressuring. You know, we talked early on about on the Reef, the Blobobber's ability to stall areas, and that's exactly what they're doing here in that top left, as Kelpphone is able to move that Rainmaker all the way up to 48 points. Not a winning push yet, but with another one pushing up here, going behind Dumpy Rump with that Blobobber strafing technology all the way up to 19 points, and that is a winning push out of nowhere. Campfire finally taking the lead in one of these games. They just have to stall for 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
It's a hard stall and a very long one, but I feel like Campfire can get it through and keep their lead right here. It's a very, very good lead. 19 points. It's very hard to get back onto that one. And with any Asker's aggression and wanting to get that lead, I feel like it's might be doable for the team. But we'll wait and see.
Absolutely. Watch how Dumpy Rump there was able to jump out with that Blobobber. They're setting up already all the way back on the plat. You can see those blob shots coming out, and that's going to allow them to stall area. So even as Kelphone's here is going to get called out by Baja Blast, and they're going to go on a nice flank here, the Blobobber dropping in there, playing maybe a little bit aggressively for that last pick. They are not going to quite find it yet, but look at how easily that was stalled. The Blob applying pressure, the rest of the team going for aggression, and all of a sudden the push is over. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this match. Campfire has defended one aggression from any Askers with the lead.
That was great of the Blob distracting the Tetras and making the Tetras back up, because if the Tetras was able to get that Blob there, maybe would have gotten like 2 or 3 of their other teammates. Campfire here could really, really get pushed over here very quickly or not. But it looks like any Askers are going straight for it. A major of the lead. Campfire stops them just in time.
Dumpy Rump sitting there on top with that Blobobber. The ability to stall is vital in Rainmaker. And look at them painting even that bottom left little patch, not wanting anyone to be struck. Double, triple, quadruple checking there. And finally now comfortable enough to move forward. I think it's these pushes on Muscle Forge Fitness can escalate so quickly, as we saw with that 19 points push. But when you have a player like Dumpy Rump on that Blobobber, there's no chance you're getting through. But again, 2 minutes, a lot of time to stall, as Campfire pushing off once again.
Right now, we see 2 different specials going off right now, and I feel like we should be able to be a little bit more aggressive or hold on to the specials just in case another team push comes in. And it's a 3v3 situation right now. And it looks like Campfire has too much coverage that they're able to just stay with the Rainmaker.
Baja Blast looking for any kind of opportunity to play this defensively, but trade going down to Genesis, or Storm there, sorry. And just the Zap lit blue there on Respawn looking to save this match. Genesis stalling this Rainmaker nicely. That's what you need to do when you have a point lead like this, is play aggressive, but you play for this stall. They don't need more points to win this game necessarily, as Baja Blast, that MVP player, going down.
this stall is so far up too in their base. Anything can happen, and the Rainmaker could die easily, just as expected with the Stingray. But it looks like Campfire might be able to come back pretty quickly and take out and do another stall while they're being very, very annoying. But that's pretty much what you want from a blob, especially in mid.
Past the 60-second point in this game as 35 seconds remain. The Storm finding a nice pick on the Rainmaker carry there as just Enjoy My Ray is left with the Rainmaker and Lit Blue on that respawn. A 3v3 situation as Genesis plays for this stall. I want to bring more attention to up here. I mean, even if any Askers are able to pick up this Rainmaker and make something happen, which Genesis is making quite difficult there, they have to get through a Blob Bobber camping with their Bomb Rush and camping with their main weapon, and that becomes impossible. But Genesis moving forward, finding a nice more picks there, now getting 2 in a row. That's going to keep any Asker staggered as 10 seconds left in this game. Campfire finally making a showing in this set as the game comes to a close here. 4 seconds remaining as a push into mid. Bomb Rush coming out, and Baja Blast has to grab this Rainmaker, but it's not going to happen. 2-1 in this set. Any Askers is not getting a full set wipe.
What a wonderful play by the Blob at the very end. Just keep throwing bombs, and someone will die by the bombs. They cannot grab the Rainmaker, and it ends the game pretty quickly.
There you go. So Dumpy Rump there with that blob. I assume this is where you were going. Doing a great job stalling that game, and even to the last second there with that Bomb Rush. They need to keep playing like that to counter Baja Blast's aggression with those Tetra flanks.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what a wonderful, wonderful play by Dumpy Rump this game. I would say them, and even the Carbon Roller was a problem for any Askers in that round. Because even then, the Carbon Roller was able to get a few more picks off from what Dumpy Rump couldn't grab at all. And again, Dumpy Rump was just annoying, just in mid, maintaining that position and being aggressive as possible.
Yeah, so continuing on here into Clamblitz Snapper Canal, these long maps, I think early on we saw Tower Control Manta Maria, we saw Splatstones of the Reef, where the blob is supposed to control so much area, but clearly since those two into Rainmaker, Muscle Fridge Fitness, Dumpy Rump woke up a little bit, and we saw them there with a great showing. Clamblitz Snapper Canal with these long straight paths towards the basket, that's an opportunity for them to once again shine and pull through, especially as flanks to that position become difficult, forcing Baja Blast to go all the way around that left side to the court if they want any opportunity.
Honestly, anything can happen too, even during Clam Blitz. It's one of those modes, it's like anything can happen. Someone could come up behind next to the goal and throw in a random clam or throw in a football and just take the lead. But on Sniper Canal, very hard to reach around because it's only on mid, left, and right. But here we go, right into the match.
Right, I mean, true IPL fans will remember the low ink clip with 4 footballs jumping into snipe off of a flank and winning a game. That's not quite, I don't expect that to happen here with the gameplay, but with missiles coming out early from Enjoy My Ray, aggression is going to be early and finding a nice pick on that on Kelp. It's lucky. They're going to give it to armor for Campfire. 3v3 situation. The Dumpy Rump has to save this game here as Genesis on that Carbon Roller is going to go down. Enjoy My Ray already with their long range presence doing what I said the Blob Bobber would do and just controlling this long diagonal.
Great pickoffs in the very beginning right now. And it looks like Dumpy Rump has their special, and we're going to have a few more specials going off right now, especially with the Tenta missiles. I feel like it's a backliner versus Dumpy Rump right here on Blob. Making sure to get Blob right out of this match. And Tetris over here being aggressive as possible and getting just that nice pick on the Carbon Roller.
But here you go, any Askers with the first push moving forward here. Baja Blast looking for any opportunity. They're not going to quite find it. They're going to be forced to back up here and go for this flank, but this flank, notorious and infamous in IPL lore. I said it once, I'll say it again. And they're not going to quite find the pick they wanted quite soon enough. And a splash in here is going to try to hopefully make some space, finding a nice pick, but going down a 2v1 trade. That's going to be vital for them. But with just the Zap Alive, any Askers getting a little bit stalled out by that push as Storm now pushes up, looking for any opportunity. They are the ones who are going to put paint down on the map and take control for the future push.
With the Tetris getting a double there and potentially distracting a third, any Askers should have taken a little bit more turf coverage right now as they're losing it to Campfire. But Campfire, unfortunately, has to back up a little bit more because Any Askers is being super aggressive. And Any Askers is... it's probably a situation. It's a very, very on and off situation right now.
There you go, a jump coming in. W able to get that basket open and get a couple hits there, but not quite a pick. But that's the first time we're seeing points on the board as Genesis goes unfortunately down, taking a little bit of a dive. And there you go, defensive played by Any Askers, but points on the board is going to finally open this game to a little bit more back and forth. Baja Blast with the ball on this left side of target, but a difficult to kill one with those Tetras rolling around.
A very, very, very small lead, but most of the time matches like this can go out. You have an 80 lead, and it could go out the entire round into the very last second. So right now, Any Askers could potentially take that lead right in the next coming seconds or minutes, but who knows? Maybe Campfire will just keep this lead the entire round.
Genesis did a great job pushing up there with the Bomb Rush paint control, and now Armor and Missiles coming online for Campfire. They're looking for another push here. 2 minutes left on the clock. Genesis pushing up, looking for an opportunity. They're going to be able to find one with Armor, but going down there early, and now a 3v4 situation in favor of Any Askers. Missiles forcing them back, but map control still easily in Campfire's favor. They just have to wait for that respawn on Genesis as Bomb Rush becomes ready. Storm in a 2v1 situation, looking for a pick. They're going to be forced into a corner here, looking to jump out. They're not going to quite get it, and finally Any Askers now able to move forward. Campfire is on the back foot.
Any Askers right now has complete turf coverage over on left-hand side, and they're able to lose they're losing their football right now. It's not very good looking for Any Askers, but maybe Campfire can get more of a huge lead right now. They really, really need that football to go, but Any Askers is about to spawn right now.
Yeah, not quite putting those clams together in time, and a Bomb Rush is going to open some space for Campfire, but Kelp Foam's looking and struggling for an opportunity. They're going to find the ball. W now coming over through the jump. That's 2 balls in. A 1v2 situation. Campfire winning those fights. Now just Genesis in a 1v1. Not going to quite find the pick on Lit Blue yet, but they're going to back up and go for it. Going down there, but 41. Finally, big points on the board as 1 minute ticks down into this game. Any Askers need a big showing here, and quickly, Campfire looking at a 2v2 tying the set and a reverse sweep moving forward.
What a great lead so far, but it looks like Campfire is going down pretty quickly, way too quickly right now, and Any Askers might be able to take a lead so far. They're throwing in their clams right now. There's only 2 up right now. Can they push in for the lead? It's just 1 more clam left, and Any Askers goes down. Wait, no! They took the lead!
Getting the clam just in time, but now this game is going to be a ball and 2 clams to win. Campfire needs about 1.5 picks to get in here, but they need to do it quickly. 25 seconds remain on the clock, and you don't want to be stuck on overtime, not on Snapper Canal, Storm finding a nice pick on Ace. That's going to be a 4v3 situation in their favor as Bomb Rush comes online. Armor as well, Missiles. That's 3 specials for Campfire. Finally, a back and forth game. Kelp Foam is forced back by this bomb, but they're going to be able to pop this ball in the basket. Going down, though, a 3v3 situation. They need 1 clam, 2 clams. There's the lead, 39-18 as it ticks down. 3 seconds left in this game. Any Askers, out of nowhere, that lead disappeared, and Genesis gonna keep this calmly, getting Ace down early, looking for another. That's 2, and a nice way to end this game as Genesis doesn't allow any overtime chances. A 2v2 set for Campfire as this game winds down.
Any Askers cannot lose any of their footballs right now, and it looks like they just did. Can anyone come in? And unfortunately, no one cannot. And it's Campfire that takes that game.
Talk about the comfortability of being in Great White Bracket. I mean, Campfire, has been here a million times. They know what they're doing. Going 2 down doesn't scare them. And now, looking at a reverse sweep in this set to grand finals, I mean, Campfire, a fight for sure. But Splatzone's Wahoo Worlds, they lost the last Splatzones, but their footing has been found, and the Blob has finally woken up and found opportunities. Dumpy Rump able to clutch those 2 games and find a way to catch Baja Blast off guard. And Splatzone's Wahoo World is up next.
I am so glad they proved me wrong. I was worried Campfire there would be way too excited to get their lead back. And I'm so glad they proved it wrong, because they were able to get that just a little bit. And Any Askers now has to fight for their win.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the Campfire mental, being here a million times, being comfortable. I mean, when you're in a pickup and you're up 2-0, it feels great. You're at the top of the world. And now going 2 down, looking at a reverse sweep. I mean, we're sitting here in the commentators booth rooting for Campfire here, obviously. That reverse sweep is a story you want to hear. And Red, and Any Askers feels that. And they are fighting an uphill battle. So here we go. Campfire moving into this last game, looking to reverse sweep here. Any Askers looking to pick up their footing again. They need to plant that seed in Campfire's mind that they can win this match.
Right now, it looks like we have pretty good in coverage, even from Any Askers and just Campfire. But let's wait and see who can get their first picks or not, or even just capping the zone first.
And Inkjet out early with that armor. Genesis looking for an opportunity. They're going to get called out by Watch My Ray, though, and they're going to be forced all the way back down. Their recall not in a great spot. Going 2 down in favor of Any Askers. They're the ones pushing up here. Storm now stuck in the top left area trying to find an opportunity in as 75 seconds tick down. I mean, a map that's so easy to lock out. Any Askers now looking to take this game.
And as you said, this map is very, very easy to get locked out from. Can Any Askers keep up with his momentum and lock them out? Because right now we're halfway through the game. There's no penalty at all. The seconds are just going down. They're getting an even bigger lead right now. Can Campfire come in and uncap the zone or not?
34 seconds. I mean, Any Askers planted that seed at down all right now. They're the ones completely locking out Campfire. They're struggling to find an opportunity in. Missiles and Surgical Bottom Rush online, but if they can't get any paint on the zone, it's going to be a struggle. 15 ticks remaining. 17, as 2 more specials come online for Campfire, but a 3v3 situation in the zone still unable to be capped by Campfire. Any Askers looking at a quick KO here with only a minute and a half in this game. The zone fought over in a dogfight, but a 4v3 situation in their favor. Campfire now Storm stuck on this flank. Cap just needs to be done for 1 second for Any Askers, but there you go. Campfire able by the skin of their teeth to hold into this game, and a 1v2 situation as Any Askers come off of respawn. Ace there on the 52 gal.
Campfire right now has the zone, and they really, really, really have to push up just a little bit further or just maintain map coverage, because right now Any Askers can just come in and just sweep them.
Right, Any Askers now feeling comfortable, feeling confident, but 50 ticks remain for Campfire as they look to hold this zone. And Baja Blast on a flank, looking to find Storm, and they're going to catch them off guard as zone falls behind them. And Baja Blast, once again, doing what they know how to do, finding areas to control and getting those flanks off. A 4v2 situation as the Keisha comes on respawn. Any Askers, once again, in a hold. 50 ticks remain. That's the length of Campfire's point value. Baja Blast moving up. We're gonna go down to Genesis. Just a little bit of desync there as the L3 able to find an opportunity. But that Inkjet coming online, they need to find a pick here if they want to push back into zone.
We have 2 more teammates from Any Askers coming in just out of spawn, but Campfire is able to take that zone itself. It's a little bit of fight right now just maintaining that zone. And right now, we really, really need Campfire to push in a little bit further or get 2 more picks, but unfortunately Campfire is going a little bit down right now.
50 ticks remaining, plus that 32 penalty point, but Any Askers able to cap that zone. They're looking comfortable. They're sitting pretty. 2 minutes remain as that penalty point once again sticks down. Baja Blast pushing all the way up this left side, looking to catch someone off guard. They don't know where they are, though, as the fight moves to the left side of the map. Baja Blast recognizes now, moving back now. Missiles ready for Any Askers to hold this zone, but with Ink Armor and Suction Bomb Rush on the other side, those missiles are not going to do a ton. Genesis popping that Ink Shot. That's going to keep them alive to those missiles. Looking for 1. They're going to find a nice pick on the tree. That's going to be most of the paint for Any Askers down. Just the 52 gal now who can paint on the map, but Genesis out of that Inkjet now. Not gonna. Oh, they're gonna go down to that splashdown. Sorry, it's 3 ticks remain on this map. 5 ticks. Sorry, 1 second. That's game. As I trip over my words, Any Askers just absolutely dominating, not letting any opportunities for Campfire in. As Campfire now forced to move into 3rd place bracket. Any Askers moving to grand finals.
What a wonderful, wonderful play and synergy from Any Askers right now. They were they knew they needed this, and they were very much aggressive, and they maintained turf coverage, and they were able to get that KO.
So what's the common thread there? I mean, Any Askers able to get rid of Campfire only when Campfire's Blob was struggling to survive. Dumpy Rump in those 2 games really showed a strong presence, but once again, their Wahoo World not able to have the space they need to control area, and especially not able to get anything when they're being locked out. struggling to stay alive there. And any Askers, I mean, they showed it. They know what to do about that blob on maps where it's possible. Muscle Forge, Raymaker, and Snapper Clan Blitz just getting the best of them there in the middle of that set.
Well, I can't wait to see what any Astros can give us in grand finals now. And they'll be facing against Grace Won't Let Me name?
Let me have good names.
Good names.
A pickup there. A team we saw earlier on stream beat Vortex. Not a high seed in this map, but clearly a strong showing moving into Great White Bracket. And Grace Won't Let Me have good names. 2 pickups here in this grand finals, making it nice and difficult for us in the commentators booth. But definitely a fun match moving forward. We're gonna, yeah, okay. I got my stream producer in my ear telling us to shorten that to Grace. So we got Grace versus Eddie Askers here, moving into this grand final set. It's really hard to sit here, Red, and talk about these pickups because it's really difficult to know how they play, and that's going to work towards both of these teams' advantage. I think Campfire is a team these guys study and these guys know. They see in SOS Grand Finals all the time. But now that you're going into a set where, you know, it's 8 players who you might know of, you might have seen around, but you don't know how they work together. And that's gonna make both these teams on an equal playing field, where maybe Campfire a little bit of disadvantage, their gameplay being studied.
That's very much true. And then looking at the bracket here, Grace has very much either 3 or 2-1 a lot of their matches right now in pools. And looking at this now, like, any Askers was super, super aggressive, and the way they are now, let's see if Grace can even maintain that or even go up against that. And see here, we have a lot of good teams right now in this tournament, and so far, Grace and any Askers are top competitors. And any familiar names at all, like Baja Blast, able to, with the Tetras, beautiful play the entire round there.
Yeah, I'm
so
looking
wonderful.
Talk about names we know. I'm looking at Niso there, a player for Red Sun, a team we don't commonly see all the way up here in Great White Finals. So obviously for them, this pickup, maybe the rest of them, I hate to say I don't recognize a ton of them, but maybe a pickup here that is maybe in a little bit of new territory themselves, not having always been to Great White Grand Finals, feeling that pressure that we spoke about a little bit earlier.
What an amazing time here, especially here in this tournament where we have a different variety of different players, different aggro, different anchors, different everything. And I can't wait to see what each team member has and each round can give us.
So we watched any Askers there in that last set play that super ultra aggression with the Tetris, Baja Blast being a playmaker for them. Moving into our game 1 is going to be Tower Control on Anchovy Games. How do you think those Tetris will fare?
Honestly, if a very, very sharking one, I would say. Or even then, the Tetra will probably have a bit of a struggle depending on who their backliner is, or depending on who their midliner. A midliner can probably take out a Tetris pretty easily depending on if they can really counter Baja Blast.
Yeah, but on our end, we're watching Grace ready up pretty early here. They feel confident. They maybe had a moment in between those sets to watch this stream, watch how any Askers plays, and that can make the difference, especially in a grand final set like this one, where 2 pickup teams, you don't know how these guys will play, but you have a couple seconds, and that's going to be enough. Watching maybe even that game 5 is going to be enough for you if you're Grace here as we move into grand finals. Looking forward in this set list, Tower Anchovy Games is going to be our first map, but a good diversity of maps, Rainmaker, Starfish, Rain Stage is going to be afterwards. And I like to compare those two often. I feel like the tower path on Anchovy Games is similar to how snaking up onto that flat area, but then a long straightaway. Somehow the Rainmaker has to move on Starfish main stage, that right side being viable. But a best of 7 here is going to allow for lots of opportunities for both of these teams to come back and learn over time. So Tower Control Anchovy Games is going to be a great way to feel how this set's going to go as we come out with a Junior and a K-Machine on one side and a very familiar comp on the side of any Askers from what we've seen in the set so far.
That Kensa machine could be very much a problem right now, as it's very, very good on the aggressive side and also has a very decent special for its kit.
Leapy on this left side looking to just stall some area, and that paint pressure on that left side is going to be the difference between a fast arm and a slow one. But now basically alone in mid is just Ace with that 52 gal on the left side, struggling to find an opportunity. Sleepy looking to cancel that 52 splash shot, but they're not going to find it. But somehow any Askers is going to go 3 down there, and Grace are the ones pushing, despite losing that opening fight initially, pushing all the way up on the left side. You see Luke on the 52 guy there doing a great job. Niso riding that tower with the missiles, popping them early. That's going to buy some space, but going down, unfortunately, to a bomb and a 3v4 situation as any Askers holds this defense a little bit longer.
And again, right now, the machine being in the court unfortunately goes down, but they were able to maintain that aggression and keep anyone out just so the tower can move along. And it's just the 52 right now, keeping up that pressure and letting the tower get a little bit of a lead. And Kensa coming back again. Can they able to get 2 more picks off, or just like one quick little pick?
Not quite. Luke doing a great job surviving. They're once again the last one up, but finally going down, and now a full wipe for any Askers as they're going to push up the map very quickly. Ace on this right side looking for an opportunity, putting paint down with that 52 gal. A change in the meta, we saw a little bit over a year ago, but a very strong one as any Askers does a great job controlling map. The Stingray getting popped early in the Booyah as well, hopefully trying to buy them some space.
Again, we have that Kensa getting that double right there, with the help of the missiles there, and just being it's just annoying as ever. And going in their court right now, he just needs to maintain that aggression right now and keep locking out anyone else, especially the Jet Squelcher or even the 52 itself. Another 2 picks? No, going down by the Tetris.
Going close to it, but that's the distraction on distraction gameplay. Baja Blast and R26 going to be 2 competitive players for each other as Baja Blast now the only one defending that tower as 26 jumps back on the map. A splash on coming out trying to stay alive, but they're going to go down now. 4v2 situations. Grace Case's first push all the way to this last checkpoint here. R26 doing a great job with that machine as we've seen so far this set, pressuring those areas. It's just the Sting C-Jet player alive there, enjoyed by Ray on the backside. Going down to missiles though as that 3rd checkpoint falls. A party on this tower as any Askers come off of respawn. Just Niso dancing on that tower, bringing it to a KO. Grace coming out swinging in game 1.
Grace even giving more of an aggression than any Askers can even handle right now compared to the last round. And this is grand final, so expect a lot of aggression, a lot of pressure from either teams. And for this map on Anchovy, what a beautiful KO by Grace.
Yeah, think about how quickly that snowballed. I mean, R26, you called that out on the nice flank with the machine, was able to find them 2 picks, and from there, they were able to stagger any Askers this entire set, getting all the way down to that last checkpoint. And Rainmaker Starfish main stage, I compared them earlier, and I'm going to compare them again. A map where when you can get that snowball rolling, when you can start to move, it's going to be impossible even for any Askers to stay alive. And
here we're going on our next match, Rainmaker Starfish. How do you think this is going to handle? Like, do you think Grace will be even more aggressive and go straight for the KO? Depending on either going right on the ramp or going left where Snipe could be.
The good news for any Askers is they don't have to play against that blob anymore. That was something they were really struggling with on Rainmaker Muscle Forge Fitness earlier. And Starfish main stage can fall victim to the same thing. That tight choke area on left, it's difficult to make the jump on right. You just got to get a blob set up where they need to be. But no blob coming out here. The R26 with that K machine maybe is going to be able to play that similarly. The Fizzy Bomb spam going to do a good job at that. But even then, just absolute stalling the map here is vital, but neither of these 2 teams have really weapons that are going to do that as well, I think, as we've seen previously in this tournament.
Unfortunately, Kensa going down right there. And that not very vital for right now for Grace, as their members are going 1 by 1 down, and any Askers is able to get like a huge push right now. Can they get even a further win in the 30s maybe?
looking for the jump top left, but opting to go the normal route. They're going to try to find an opportunity in, and 19 points is solid on this map. But Grace has to keep it that way. They can't let any more points fall because once you're around that corner, it becomes impossible. 4v2 situation. Baja Blast, they're able to pick up the Rainmaker. 11 points. Very solid here in the first minute. Not even as any Askers ends up getting the first push off. Grace now on the back foot for the first time this set.
What any Astros here really are like, okay, we're not joking around anymore. We're going to get this lead. We're going to win this round. And it's a full 4 minutes now that any Astros has 11-point lead. Can Grace come back, do a couple of wipes, and take the lead back?
Luke and Niso looking for this pick on the left side. Luke's, though, opting to back up here, not wanting to get caught there, but Niso's gonna go down to that fight. Now a 4v3 situation is 2 specials already, and R26 comes for a splashdown jump. Not gonna find a pick with it as Luke forced to back up. They're gonna find Baja Blast on that left side flank. That's gonna be big for them, but as the Stingray comes out from Enjoy My Ray, Luke is forced to dance around mid here in a 3v3 situation. That Bia is ready, but they don't want to pop it yet because they don't have an opportunity in. They need that armor ready, and right now it's just not coming out.
Right now, Grace is just waiting for anyone to get like one little pick off from any Astros. One person to trail off in itself. But no, it's actually any Astros able to get like a couple picks right now.
But Niso able to call out that flank, and now a 3v2 situation as they look to push up the left side. Booyah Bomb coming out on that top right. That's going to clear out the back line. But unfortunately, Enjoy My Ray has already jumped back, and now they're popping that Stingray. That's going to get the Rainmaker carrier down. The junior player no longer up. But with a Rainmaker popped, once again, a Luke looking for an opportunity in. They're not going to quite find the pick they want quite yet. But with Enjoy My Ray going down now, a 2v3 situation is just a 52 bell. Ace there going down as well. A 3v2 now. Niso has to find an opportunity in with this Rainmaker, but going down to a bomb. A 3v2 now on the field. Grace still has the advantage, but they haven't been able to grab the Rainmaker and get real points as Sleepy struggles to find anything in. But once again, at Grace with the player advantage, a full wipe this time, looking for a KO as they grab the Rainmaker around this corner. 5 ticks remain, and dunking it, Grace twice now, snowballing quickly and taking W's.
Any Askers had the biggest lead in the very beginning of the round, and even then, we were still pretty much 3 or 2 minutes left of the round, and Grace there was able to KO pretty swiftly on that team wipe.
You know, we talked about mental earlier about when you get those first 2, you can't have the other team plant that seed of doubt and stop you dead in your tracks, because it becomes much harder to come back. Any Askers facing that last round that they ultimately ended up here. Grace has to keep up this momentum, and they totally can. With the speed at which they turned around those 2 games and moved forward, they're totally fit to continue that momentum, but they have to keep the mental in the right place, and they have to continue with that pressure, trusting themselves that they can take this set.
And right now, we're going on Clan Blitz Humpback, and again, yeah, Grace here can smoothly take that lead and smoothly even KO any Askers, but I honestly believe any Askers can take it back as well. Maybe all the way to Game 7? That's the dream. Always going to Game 7 is the most dream anybody can want out of a team, or even during Grand Finals.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as though with that last set, we saw Grace get a nice long sustained push there, going down 2 or 3 times the Rainmaker, but they continued getting points on the board until ultimately they found their wipe, and that's exactly what they're going to want to do here as well. If you can get that basket open and keep pressure going around that left side flank, going around the far right elbow, they're going to be able to continue and sustain the pressure and continue and sustain a push, and that's how the points start to fall, and that's how you get your KO. But first, obviously, the dogfight in mid to get the control for the first push. Missiles coming out early along with that armor for Grace. They're looking to play aggressive here, and they're going to find a nice pick on the 52 gal, though R26 going down Baja Blast as well. It's a 3v2 situation as Grace wins this first fight. They need to find Clams and fast, as it's just the junior player alive, and they have jumped out. Niso looking for an opportunity in mid, but they're not going to quite find the ball they want, as they have to get another team wipe if they want to get a push moving.
Right now, it looks like everyone just has like 17 clams right now, but it looks like it's just a good bear off from 8 or 7 clams. And Grace right now could have a super clam right now, but they're struggling to like even maintain like 1 clam together. And it looks like it's just a little bit. We're gonna get straight into scoring some points right now.
R26 finding a nice pick on Baja Blast is going to open that window. Lip Blue now dropping down with the junior going down though in a 3v2 situation. Grace needs to find some clams. They want to sustain this push, and that's exactly what R26 does. But moving into missiles and mist, they are going to go down. Now it's just the junior player alive for Grace as their push ends. 38 though, nothing to scoff at on Humpback Pump Track.
Yeah, and Grace should have been able to get even like into the 20s if they didn't hesitate a little bit there, figuring out like, okay, I have 9, you have 7, I need one more clam. And so Any Aster's getting their junior down right now, and it's not looking good for them as they've lost a lot of turf coverage.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you mentioned the discoordination there on throwing clams. It's very difficult as a pickup to have that just fundamental understanding of where your teammates are and what they need, especially as you're learning how to communicate with them. And when the stakes are so high, when you're looking at winning SOS 67, it's only more so. Now it's Any Askers in mid looking for an opportunity, but going 2 down early. Grace finally now, or sorry, once again on the looking to push up and put a ball together.
Unfortunately, as they're able to, they 1 down for them, and it's just a 2v3 situation going on. And hopefully, Grace can maintain that turf coverage, but it's just going to be one with the junior right now. And Any Askers being as aggressive as they can, getting more clams, getting another pick, getting as much as they can, and able to get even somewhat of a goal right now, because they have nothing right now. They have just 100 points.
Missiles online for both teams. That's going to be helped by the Booyah Bomb for Grace as they find a nice pick on Baja Blast and that splashdown. Now another one down for their team as Sleepy's able to dunk that ball. The junior player now backing up, looking to keep some control and keep some paint, helping Niso push up here, looking for another pick on Baja Blast. They are going to go down, but it's just Sleepy alive as Niso gets called out by Lip Blue above that area. A couple more points on the board as they get down to 29, and with 2 minutes left, Any Askers has not even popped the basket. Grace stalling this game and keeping it in their control.
I think right now Any Askers just wants to get like 1 or 2 team wipes, but they're very hesitant and very scared right now as the junior keeps getting picked off just a little bit right now. And it's just a 52, but they have to back off right now. Can Grace get even a further lead or even knockout during this time right now? Because it looks like they're very, very trying to get like a power climb going on.
Yeah, Niso wants it as Luke is able to put together a power climb on the left side of that map. Missiles are ready, and with that Booyah Bomb pop, the missiles are going to come out as well. Luke on this left side looking for an opportunity. Going to get called out, though, by a Baja Blast, but that Booyah Bomb is going to find a nice pick on Lip Blue. That's a junior player, and now a 4v3 situation as it's just Baja Blast behind the play, and they're going to get called out, forced to kind of scrummage around the side and jumping out. Now, one more power clam, and that's going to be your game if they can dunk it. Not the power clam going in, but clams enough. And Grace up 3-0, wanting to end this set in one more.
Even with the miss on that power clam, everyone else still had enough clams to KO. 2 other teammates had at least 6 or 7, and they just needed about 3 more, or even 4. But wow, yeah. Grace, wonderful performance going on right now, especially in clams.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful gameplay there, keeping those sustained pushes. It's now 3 maps where we've seen that come out from them. So keeping that momentum up. We talk about the seed of doubt, and right now it does not look like there's anything that could stop Grace from moving. And on a map like Mako Mart, you know, your bread and butter of splat zones, they just need, if they can cap this zone and get in position. I struggle to see a way Any Asker is going to find a way in, not unless Baja Blast is able to move in on that left side, move in on the far right, find those flanks and find those picks, but they have been struggling this set.
Yeah, if Baja Blast can be just a huge major nuisance and just always flanking, being a distraction, not letting Grace come in and uncap the zone, I think Any Askers can come back, but it will be a tough challenge for Any Askers.
Yeah, what gave them the win that last set was finding opportunities to discombobulate the other team and find, especially that Blob Bobber from last set, find them off their game. And they have to do something similar here. They have to find a way to move in and catch whether that's R26 or Luke or whoever it is on Grace, and not allow them to participate in the fight. And that's going to be a challenge. We're going to have to watch Baja Blast closely here in this set as they push all the way up as far up as they can move, looking for an opportunity early.
And just like we saw a little bit earlier, it looks like Baja Blast went into their flank. But it looks like the Kensa right now is just being a little bit too aggro. A lot of teammates are going out right now. It's a 2v2 situation, and the junior is able to cap the zone.
Baja Blast simplifying the field with a trade with Luke. That's going to allow an opportunity for Any Askers to take space, but Sleepy doing a great job with that junior, able to cap the zone. The other junior down. And that's going to allow any Askers to push up and take control of the zone once again here. 4v3 situation as R26 goes down. Now it's any Askers on the with the upper hand, but struggling to find an opportunity. Ace looking for this pick on Luke, but they're not going to fight it. Luke playing this so aggressively, but playing so well with these picks. And now 75 ticks remaining as a 4v2 situation. Flips this field, in favor of Grace. Another nice pick for Luke with that dead accuracy splash around.
Grace here is getting way too many picks, and it looks like a lot of very synergized going on too for Grace, as they are one of the pickups going on into Grant here. And they keep getting just good picks here.
Yeah, and even though R26 is going to go down there, look how Sleepy and Luke are going to be able to clean up this last fight. Ace now going down a 2v2 situation, but staggered, and so it truly feels more like a team wipe. Simplifying this field is always going to help the team that's locked out, and when you have been able to trade everyone down, you're going to keep this win. 25 ticks remaining and 3 minutes left on this clock, more or less. Any Askers looking for any opportunity, and Ace on this left side flank, looking for a pick. The Booyah is going to get popped instead, throwing it to the back of that zone, and not quite able to find anything as 15 points remaining, and there's the last one up. Grace out of nowhere taking the set and holding the zone. 5 ticks remain, and they are going to be your SOS 67 champions in dominating 4-0 fashion.
Wonderful play by the Neil Splash right there. Just throwing bombs, making sure, okay, we need to get this KO. And unfortunately, the 52 can only get one and cannot uncap the zone. But we have our winners here, and it's Grace. Won't let me have good names.
You know, it's there was a while there where I feel like you would watch SOS and you'd see 2 pickups duke it out in grand finals, and there's been a minute where that hasn't been the case. So in some ways, it feels like, you know, the writers here at our have returned to the format they know. That's a joke, but obviously, I mean, these 2 pickups really duking out, and it's such a raw testament to talent when you can't look up anything about these teams. You can't find out how they play. You're going in and you're seeing really just I hate to use the word raw again, but raw Splatoon 2 gameplay, and it's Grace is who's going to be able to take this tournament in the end.
And again, what wonderful performance there. A nice, clean 4-0. Of course, Any Askers gave him a run for it, though. Any Askers was great. Their players were all amazing, and they gave us such great sets. And as always, it's just so nice to see teams like this being aggressive, being top-notch, and having perfect synergy with each other.
Absolutely. I like always to end these streams and looking at the other brackets, you know, popping over to Hammerhead, Mako, Lantern. Low level matters in Splatoon 2, but with a dominated gameplay and 4 KOs back-to-back from Grace, I hate to say it, but we're looking at 2-2s in every other set here. So unfortunately, no definitive answers. Keep your eyes peeled on Twitter for that final results post, and you'll be able to see how the rest of those brackets ended. Red, what do you say we bring this thing home?
And how so doing that? Like, just congratulating the team. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming along. And thank you to everyone participating today. Such lovely matches we all saw today. And thank you so much for participating in this tournament.
Yeah. Red, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, RedstarX33, and where can people find you, Brush?
You can find me on Twitter at BrushStrokesSPL, and you can find Mr. Popgun on Twitch, and he'll mention this at some point, I hope. Thank you everyone for tuning into SOS 67. Grace is our champion, though, as our stream producer Krakenmare has pointed out, not the TO. And a wonderful stream producer Krakenmare is. Thank you everyone for tuning in to SOS 67. We will catch you later.